When we started our adventure, Dash, Hemlock, and Jericho were racing away with an idol that they had stolen from a whole bunch of, let's call them bad guys, who were trying to keep the idol back from them. They were able to make a kind of a
Kobolds.
dashing heroic escape. Well, maybe kobolds. Maybe. As they made their way back into town with the idol successfully in hand and telling each other of all their great stories and feats that they did, they met up with the other three heroes that are a part of this group, Galen, Aguirre, and Yannick. All of them together, because they were hired to retrieve this idol, brought that idol back to the tent areas of Tabonry, where everyone was located and where this group is based inside Varennes. Lady of Ice, who was the person that hired them to get the idol, was very grateful for it. Before we head out, she was a bit of a fortune teller and decided to tell Hemlock his future, whether he wanted it or not. After everyone got paid, we were on our way back to Peg's Tavern to see what to do next and to share stories back and forth. On our way there, there was a bit of a bumping around that happened, and we found out about various things going on throughout the town and something happening outside of town. The toadies were causing a bit of a problem up and down the river, and just causing a lot of trade issues that were going on, feeling like they were being left out of it. There's a lot of civil unrest that's going on that we found out about as we went through, and that was just kind of the start of where things were. We also found out when we all kind of dispersed from Pegs and started doing our own thing, Galen went home to meet his wife, and Dash and Jericho started sharing stories back and forth, and Jericho started learning new songs, and Aguirre and Yannick went to their temple of Carahel, where they were an acolyte and a champion of Carahel, and they went to the nearest priest just to see how things were and check in. Well, they found out that that temple had actually been broken into the night before. There was apparently some wizard around town by the name of Gazmore who was hoping to purchase different scrolls from the Temple of Carahel out of the archives. Of course, as they're sacred and protected tomes, they're not going to be let go of. Well, that night, Gazmore, after being upset that he couldn't make any purchases, came back with a thug, one of his large brutes by the name of Popper, who broke in, attacked the priest, and then took them all. So, hearing about this, Aguirre and Yannick immediately started an investigation. They brought it to the rest of the group, and we decided to go out and find Gazmore to recover these scrolls. Galen did all the things he could to get through town, to investigate, to ask, use his place as a city guard of the Night Watch to shake some people down and get some information out of them. We eventually did find out that there's probably a hideout farther outside of the town of Tabonry entirely, up in the White Hills, that would lead us there. With that information, we started speeding out again and did encounter kobolds even more because they're all over the place out there. Not being killed just this time. We made it through and started continuing to explore up, where we were fired at by another set of arrows. These arrows seemed a little bit more well-fashioned, but not terribly well-aimed. We found out it was a guy named Nuridor, who was on a message actually out of Mirskan. He had a message from the Silver Council that he was taking to someone in Tabonry. It wasn't us, so he wouldn't tell us what the details were of that. But we let Nuridor move on his way and continued forward until we finally encountered a giant set of stone doors in the face of a cliff that we learned was called Fort Ivakiel. These doors were magically sealed, and we did all of their power to try to figure out what the combination was to unlock it, with the exception of Galen, who actually used his thaumaturge ability to zap himself inside the door as a mirrored effect, and he just kind of teleported through. Dash eventually figured it out after taking extensive amounts of damage and zapping himself repeatedly in the process, much to everyone's advice not to and chagrin. But we finally got in and started working our way through. When we caught up with Galen, we found, interestingly enough, inside the fort, which was mostly abandoned, it wasn't entirely abandoned. There was a giant dragon skull up in the door adorning it, and in one of the side rooms there was an ice mephit, which was an elemental creature that's not even from our realm. It looks like it had been summoned in somehow. Well, we found out how later on as we encountered a creepy old man named Old Glen who had discovered the secret of summoning things. But he was a prisoner there because Gazmor had taken his ability using his scrolls and was summoning his own things, including building his own small army. Old Glen told us there were a bunch of orcs in there. We started going through different trapped rooms. There was one room that was tired and covered in ice. It was just covered everywhere. And very, very difficult to get through unless you have an acolyte on hand that can make a ladder. And Aguirre called up a ladder spell, and that was the only thing to defeat an entire room of ice. So we learned that lesson and get those experience points to go through it. Eventually, we made it through the end, and there it was. There was Gazmor using a bunch of these scrolls and all of the orcs that we were promised, and we got into a huge fight. We managed to take him down. A couple of us fell in the process or got real close, but we saved each other, kept it all together, and recovered those scrolls to start bringing them back. Galen held on to them very tightly, as he likes scrolls a lot. When we returned back into Tabonry, Dash got a little distracted and had to dash off for a little bit on his own, but everyone else started coming into the town and heard a huge amount of unrest that was going on. There was a huge mob that was disrupting the construction of building a wall. And we found out that there's this character named Plem who was all about keeping Tabonry the way that it is, not letting all of these refugees that live on the outside of Tabonry, as well as all over the place in Varennes after the big attack that happened in Calavier. There's refugees all over the world. And Tabonry has their fair share, but the residents of Tabonry, at least the select few, were really against including them in the town and giving them the same protections. And they wanted to stop all the construction and to chase all of them away. Well, Jericho stepped in and did exactly what he does as diplomatically as possible. And he made sure that everyone stayed alive, and that everyone kind of calmed down. It was a dramatic event that probably shouldn't have happened, but the dice said otherwise. And he kept everyone calm and relieved. So we were able to get back into town and work our way up through the next things that we're going through. One of them was Hemlock. Hemlock was able to go see his smithy, Sylvia, and not only get some new ammo and armaments for the gun he has, but found out that she had access to make a whole nother gun and gave him what he needed to do so. He was going to have to save up for it because he doesn't have a lot of cash, but Jericho again swept in kind of in the background, paid for that second gun, and then Hemlock now has 2 guns. A couple other things happened. Of course, Yannick and Aguirre took the scrolls back to the Temple of Carahel, and on their way back for it, they received a missive from the Temple of Carahel in Edlin Home. Something to the effect of, we need your diplomatic skills. We hope Carahel finds you in good graces. There is a space in Tabonry that is going to be fitting for a new temple as we've outgrown our current space, and we need you to go speak with the mayor and ask for him to donate it to us. That seemed to be one of those elements that we would have to really try to figure out because we didn't know how to get to the mayor. Or so we thought. Turns out Aguirre has an inside contact, and he's a very close friend with Gideon Delphana, who is one of the mayor's counselors. Even though we tried to wait through line and get ourselves up to the city, Gideon found us, brought us in, and we had a great meeting with Mayor Hale, who was a very busy person, did his best to try to listen to us, and Yannick stepped up and really got him to pay attention and listen to the needs that we had, and spoke to the positive message and intent that it would bring, as well as just kind of an improvement to Tabonry to get rid of what is the ruined Renarian temple from the Renarian Brotherhood and restore it and rebuild it as a Temple of Carahel. Mayor Hell is still a politician, and he still always kind of looks out for what was best for him. And the one way that he agreed to let us have that temple would be if we were able to remove all of the delays in getting the wall built entirely, and to go speak with Tyner the Foreman and really get that squared away and get it done. And if we could do that, if we could get the wall built, stop all of the delays in the construction, then he would donate the temple to us. Call it a fair trade. We felt like that was a win. That was so much better than everything we expected it to be. And on our way out, Gideon kind of pulled Aguirre aside and said, be careful what you're getting into. and asked us to go probably look at the temple that we want to have donated and make sure that it's what we had in mind. So we did. We went and checked it out and found out that it is a ruin of what it used to be. It really is in need of a lot of construction. Also, we found out that it was not entirely empty. On our way there, it was kind of in the middle of the Cobblefield Plaza where there's a lot of merchants. There's a lot of thumbs up from around the room. I got it right the first time. There is a lot of different stalls, a lot of different entertainers, and certainly a whole level of poverty that was all around that area. And when there's that much poverty that's around, there is sometimes need for entertainment, which Jericho certainly provided. There's always a couple little extra coins, which Dash would leave people of. And then there are people that live anywhere they can possibly find shelter. And that's what we found inside the ruined temple. There was an entire gang of thugs that had made this their stronghold and their base. And so as we're going in to explore, we got attacked. And much to Yannick's dismay, who really wanted to make sure he wasn't causing anyone any harm, we had to dispatch all of them because they fought till the end. When we were in the basement getting beat up, and I mean that literally because Dash was dropped twice, probably would have been killed if it weren't for Jericho helping him out and providing some healing. Underneath the floor of the temple, we found a hidden hatch that had a kind of a magical glowing sphere. Agiri wasn't with us when we were doing the first exploration of the temple, so we went back and brought him in to take a look at it, and he did exactly what all holy men should do and reached out and touched it. And it killed him. Yannick brought him back. We found out that it's much more dangerous than we expected it to be, and decided we'd come back at a later time. It is a sealing spell. We learned. He did learn something from it.
Sealing?
Like a bonding sealing spell.
Like above me?
Like below you and above someone else. It's more of a floor spell in between, depending on what side you're on. It binds things down. And we don't know if it was trying to keep something out or keep something in. But it was a lock of some sort, and it was a very, very strong piece of magic. So we left it. We closed it up. We buried it along with the other bodies that were in there. And we moved on and got onto the task that we were hired to do for the mayor. We worked our way down towards the wall and found, as though on cue, an entire group of thugs already causing havoc and trying to start another riot. There was a cleric that was there, kind of defending them off, and he was speaking with us, and I don't have my stuff highlighted about his name, so let me bring him up real quick. I have Galen takes a nap. That's the first thing I see. So Galen had to do that, mostly because he had to work the night shift. I didn't even talk really about this. So Galen's a bit of a hero who wants to adventure with us, but he's also a city guard with a day job that's technically a night job, but he's been bailing on. His captain has kind of been getting on his case about that, so he had to take some shifts. Hemlock was a great friend and joined him on those shifts, but he's been losing sleep in that process. So the next morning, like I said, we went down to find it.
Hellick
and
is the priest.
Thank you. I had it written down here. And there was a guy, Hellick, the cleric of Solene, was doing his best to defend these group of guys from sabotaging what looked like a base structure in the wall. They all threw themselves down into a pit. We stepped in, tried to help. Galen made some arrests, and eventually we got ourselves over to Tynor, who is the foreman that we had seen before and who was looking for some help with getting this wall completed. We let him know that we were there on behalf of the mayor and that this was our job, and he was grateful for the help and a little quiet on exactly how we could do it. Apparently there's some stones that he needs, and they are not in yet because they're all supposed to work together, and that shipment of the last set of stones, only 6 of them, has been delayed. While Tynor starts explaining this to us, another character from the city named Merrill comes in and extra makes sure that he doesn't tell us the exact details. So Galen, finding this to be a distraction and preventing us from the knowledge that we needed, stole one of Merrill's scrolls, which I would like to also point out is an official city document, and that's bad. Merrill took off in a huff, brought guards back, including Galen's boss, his Captain Vaynor, and confronted him about the theft that had happened. I did air quotes for the theft because he got the scrolls back, and Meryl was still upset about it. But because of the upset that it caused and the essential bad blood that was between the two, we were no longer trusted with information. We were no longer told that we could just go and save this problem. Meryl is now going to be a part of this expedition. So he's watching everyone as we go on. Right before we leave, we decided that we need to prepare because this looks like it's going to be about a 3 days journey. Before we do that, there's a chance that we might be able to encounter some information about a wizard inside the town of Tabonry who might have some spells or abilities or information that could help us as we go. Meryl is along for the ride, and there's most certainly going to be danger outside the walls of Tabonry the further we explore. That's what caught us up, and that's where we're at. So stay tuned and listen for the next part.
Hello and welcome to the Inglorious Bards. We are here with adventure number 6. We are in our 6th season. Excited to be here. That's hard to say. 6th season for me tonight. We are coming to you live on twitch.tv/IngloriousBards, as well as streaming live on YouTube and on every podcast platform out there. You can check out all those locations at IngloriousBards.com. We are excited to see what happens next with our heroes, and let's find out a little bit about our heroes. We have a human priest by the name of Adept Aguirre. And Aguirre, what is the greatest danger you have ever faced?
As an instructor, as a teacher in the Temple of Carahel, I have access to a number of tomes, rare, magical, forbidden. I'd say easily the greatest danger I've faced so far is the readings and teachings of Yin. The language used in such writings was that of the dark words, the words that are kept at bay from the general public, and they have the power themselves of being insidious. They wrap into the mind and cause you to do a number of different things. But there's no cure or respite from it once you start the readings. And the greatest danger in that was just handling these and moving them about the libraries as needed.
Wow, great. That's fantastic. The next hero I ask is going to say, clowns. Just clowns. All right, speaking of our next hero, we have Galen. Galen is the Thaumaturge, a supernatural swordsman. What is the greatest danger you have ever faced?
I'm beginning to think it's a Gary. Terrifying. On patrol in the city of Tabonry one night, Galen encountered a broken down old warehouse in which a group of cultists were attempting a human sacrifice in the effort to bring forth something dark and unholy. Galen was able to interrupt the event, but at great cost. The child's life was lost, and Galen was scarred both physically and mentally. He's not been able to find the cultists since, but is still on the search.
All right. Nice. And next to you is Hemlock, a fetchling gunslinger. What's your greatest danger?
Oh, happened not long ago. We were all out on the road on some fool errand, and we were tired. We were all tired, hungry, exhausted, and we made the poor choice of letting Dash, our Yosoki friend, make dinner. It's a stew of slugs, roaches, and dung beetles.
It's a good
It's
recipe.
pungent, chewy. This is no good.
Came with his own toothpicks.
That's my
All right.
worst. The worst.
Well, I think we should get turnabout as fair play. Dash is our Yosoki, our rat folk. He's a kineticist and elementalist of earth and air. What's your greatest danger?
Also a chef of great renown. Great renown. Simply, I was traveling out of Thave into Tabonry, one of the first and longest trips I've ever taken. And there was a night in a place I didn't understand or see, but lots of large trees were about. I'm not used to so many of them, and I slept in one of them to make sure that I was off the ground and away from thieves and in a safe area. And I did not know that there are dire cats in trees and that they hunt at night. I know that now because I got almost eaten by one. And it was the worst smells I've ever been a part of that woke me up, and the closest I've ever come to dying before yesterday.
Okay. Great. And then we have our gnome bard Jericho. Same question.
Well, you know, this last week has been full of danger, but I've not really felt too afeared as I've been surrounded by these amazing and impressive and powerful friends and men around me. But I think the time I felt the most in danger, quaking in my boots, was, well, my parents taught me what I know of music, and they've toured all my life as part of the Quixotic Quintillions Quartet. And when I told them not but 8 months ago that I was not going to follow and join the quartet and make it a quintet like they had always dreamed and planned, and I was going off on my own to head here to Tabonry to seek my own fortunes, and just the look on my mother and father's face when I had to tell them that. Anyway, that's mine.
That's your most dangerous moment of your life.
Yours was a cat, okay? Mine was my mother and my father. I don't need to talk to you right now.
Join us on a very special episode of the Inglorious Bards.
You go next.
Was that wrap it up music? Is that
Play him off the stage.
Yannick, the voice of the heaven, is going to tell you to talk next.
All right. And then our last hero is Yannick, a human holy champion. I'm sure you face some danger, Yannick.
Clowns.
Sewer clowns.
It was terrible. They were clowns.
I've done some clowning in that time.
I know, it's terrifying. Yannick, in the Temple of Carahel, during the time of troubles, undead reached the temple and was breaking down the door before the champions of Solene came and saved the day, inspiring me.
All right.
But that, indeed, was my most dangerous day.
Gary was away that day, apparently. So.
Otherwise, the power of Jin.
Mine does sound a little trite now, doesn't it?
He did fine.
All right. Well, that was way more insightful than I'd imagined. That was fantastic from everyone. Let's get going with our adventure. But before we do, let's get a recap of what happened last time from Jeremy.
Yannick's afraid of clowns! No, so our last episode, we had finally talked to the mayor. We went down to the Cobblefield Plaza. Aguirre died. Yannick brought him back because of the holy ball that was inside the basement of the Renarian Temple. We found out, or at least Aguirre found out in his undead trance and coma, that it was a sealing spell. It was some sort of a binding lock, it seemed like. Whether we knew if it was keeping us out or keeping something in, we weren't sure. It's just very powerful magic. So it's something that we decided to keep closed, lock it all down, and come back to and check it another time. So we had to go and live up to our end of the bargain and see what we can do about getting this wall back up and fixed and ready to go. So we went down to talk to Tynor, and on our way there, we encountered a cleric of Solene, Helic, with his ball and mace and chainmail, fighting off a couple of what looked like thugs from the town that were trying to disrupt something. Galen jumped in, made some arrests, found out that they were trying to tamper with the construction at the wall, and probably at the behest of Plem. He got that out of them, that they were paid some silver to cause some havoc and create some more chaos. Had the guards come in, bring them and take them away and arrest them, and we were able to make it our way down to Tynor's tent and speak with him about being there on behalf of the mayor. And he was very excited that we were there. Mentioned that he did have an option for us and he's glad for our aid. There have been 6 stones that were supposed to be a part of the temple construction that were delayed. Denner, one of the people in charge of his construction and the mining about getting the stones up here, was in charge of getting the next one, and knew or found that there was some serious value to what these particular rocks were. So they were concerned that Denner is doing a bit of a shakedown and kind of holding these stones ransom before we could finish the wall's construction. Wants to get more money out of it, right? As Tyner was about to tell us this, another city planner came in, a council member named Merrill, and was very, very cagey about this type of information. This is something that it's already been sensitive. He's actually just come back from deciding and figuring out what the payment is that they're going to make for this ransom for these stones, basically, and pay Denner off once and final so that we can finish getting the wall done. Well, now he has 6 new people that are there saying that we're here to get this project up and going, that he's trying to push through anyway, and we want to get more information about what he needs. Well, he denies us that information. So Galen does a Galenish trick and takes one of his city documents away as a scroll to get Merrill out of the room. It worked. Merrill stormed out of the room, chasing after him for that scroll, and then continued to storm off to get something else. When he came back, we found out that he came back with city guards and Galen's boss, Captain Vaynor, who was there to stop us from the chaos that Merrill thought that we were causing in the process. That it's been happening a lot around this construction site. Galen got his ear chewed off by the captain, was told that he better shape up or ship out, literally. And then Merrill announced that he was going to be joining our expedition. Doesn't trust us with the information, will not tell us how to get there. He's going to do it himself. And we are going to be following and accompanying him. Left us with that. When do we leave? When do we leave? We should go right now. Also, we need to prepare for the trip. So we decided that we're going to take some time, get ourselves set up. Galen has a conversation that he needs to have with his wife, and we need to get the rest of our stuff in gear so that we can start taking off on this trip. That's where we left off, and that's where we're going to keep going from. So, with Merrill on the side, let the adventure begin.
Our heroes are getting prepared for a journey, but 2 of them in particular are heading back into the city proper. Galen, our thaumaturge, and the gunslinger Hemlock walk through the old wall, past the guard there, and through the streets not too far, heading back towards, I believe, the Geist home where Galen and his wife live, and there is a grocery store with Chris getting my attention.
Before they left, Yannick has reminded Galen to tie up the loose end of having our construction worker friends who were causing trouble to be maybe released from jail.
We didn't have any friends. Oh, you mean the colloquial friends.
You mean the criminals who were inciting a riot at the wall?
Yes, them. We said we would hold them for a short time, and we will be gone for far longer than what the agreed upon time was. I feel like it would be a good idea to make sure they were released, and in the long term, I'm hoping to win Plem over. And this may aid in that, seeing that his little co-conspirators are not too unduly treated.
Are you not afraid they'll cause more trouble in our absence?
It is possible, but a small risk in comparison, and I think at least they will not be employed again, as now they are known. But it would probably not stop Plem from employing others, but it may, in a later time, come to our favor if we were to be more gentle than harsh with these gentlemen.
All right. Well heard, Yannick.
Thank you.
All right, so inside the city, it is...
Enjoy your divorce.
It's
Let me know if you
bustling.
need a place to crash.
There's lots of activity. You guys navigate through the crowds. What are you two up to? Hemlock and Galen.
Listen,
Yeah.
just let me.
Do you want me to go in there first?
No. I think maybe one
likes me.
piece of.
Cookie loves me.
Do you want to tell her?
Again?
No.
But I could also tell her to maybe take it easy on you.
You know, I think any help will be appreciated.
Yeah. Let me go in there first. Give me a few minutes.
No. We'll go in together.
Gonna warm
You
her
want me
up.
to ask her to be nice to you in front of you?
She's gonna see right through that, man.
Well, yeah, but I'm charming.
You know what? I'm not gonna turn down an offer of help at this trying time.
Yeah, I mean, she's still gonna beat your ass,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
try to break it softly.
You know what? You're a good friend, Hemlock. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
So I guess I'm just gonna be sitting.
I'll take care of your wife.
I'm just gonna be like peeking around the corner of the building, like watching.
I call this one amicable, and this one divorce.
Dash. One Silva says he comes back with a black eye.
So yeah, Hemlock will go inside the little.
I'll be in 2 minutes.
I do have a question. Do you ever use your mirror in any marital discussions?
Sexual ways.
Well, no, but
I mean,
little
it doesn't require
crouch and look.
movement.
From both.
No.
I didn't start this. I was totally platonic.
Throw up technical difficulty slide, Derek, real fast.
What happens between a woman, a man, and his mirror is entirely, not in your business.
So, Hemlock, you go inside the grocery store that Amaryl runs, and you go inside. There are no customers at this very moment, but she is there. She has her hair up in a bandana and is carrying a crate of vegetables over from one side to the other. She hears the clang of the bell over the door. She looks over and she says, "Oh, Hemlock."
Amaryl! Cookie! How are you?
She frowns a little and puts the box down and wipes her forehead. Job very busy.
Yeah, it looks like it. You've been doing really well here, from what I've heard.
Well, we decided to pay a pretty penny for this location near the gate, so
Yeah.
it's worked out. And you are looking
So,
for something to cook.
Yeah, I promised my sister and my mother I'd cook them dinner tonight, and got got a job, a little escort mission, and I'm not gonna be able to make it. So I was hoping you had something like really special that I could, use to gain a couple days.
I've got just the thing. I'll get you some of the freshest stuff I've got, and the butcher just across the way has got some fresh lamb. Will that work for you?
Yeah, that'd be
I
great.
can make that happen for sure.
Okay, how much do I owe you?
Well, I can't put it on the tab much anymore.
No, that's fine.
No. I'll get you squared away. Just give me a couple minutes. Give me 10 minutes.
Okay.
And she gets to work and
Can
starts.
I help
bundling
in the
things up.
meantime? I've just got nothing to do. You need help with anything?
Pick out anything. You're gonna need something green and something yellow and a vegetable for color. Well,
Yeah,
you know
I got
that.
the vegetables handled, but I mean, do you need, like, you were here, where are you taking this crate to? What do you need me to do?
I need these 3 crates emptied and put on the cart out back.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. You start helping her, and as you're going back and forth with her and unloading some more stuff from a cart, she says, "So how else are things?"
Pretty good, keeping busy, making a couple coins.
How's Galen doing?
I was gonna bring that up in a minute. He's doing all right. He's struggling, I think.
He seems stressed.
He is. He's got, his city guard is. It's like his boss is a jerk. You've met him. Really just hounded him, busting his chops a bunch. It's no good. We've got all these, this side hustle. We've got this group we've been working with, and, it's working out pretty well.
Galen's pretty secretive about this side hustle thing you're talking
Well,
about. I don't
side
understand.
hustle is kind of discounting it. We've hooked up. You've met everybody. We had dinner here a few nights ago. I think we're actually doing some really good for the city. The wall they're building out there?
Yeah.
Where we just got a offer from the mayor. The mayor's office reached out to all of us as a group to help them. That's what we have to go do. We gotta go.
With the mayor?
Yeah, the mayor's got us working for him.
How come he never told me that?
Well, Galen, he's he tries to protect you a little bit from some stuff. Tries to insulate you, and it's I don't know. Probably not the best choice, but it's his choice. What are you gonna do? But I don't know. I think he needs to change some things up. I don't think the city guard is good for him.
You don't think the city guard?
I don't think him being part of the city guard is good for him.
It's definitely good for steady income when the shop's not doing well.
That's true, but the growth of the city, the shop's never not going to do well.
I don't like that he was up late last night and then immediately off in the morning.
If he's
not careful, he'll gain a level of fatigue.
His boss is no good.
Yes.
I don't know. I think, I don't know. He's going to come in here in he's a few minutes behind me.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
He's coming.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just go easy on him.
She raises an eyebrow.
The look that Tom just gave, as playing Cookie, is not gonna take it easy on him.
That's why Tom would never make a good medieval wife.
Surely that's
say
some
that
kind of persuasion check. Or...
Galen, you're coming in now?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Roll initiative.
Hun. Hemlock, what are you doing here?
Deception roll DC 29.
You know what? Let's just,
With disadvantage.
that's a natural 1. No, she's too smart to not see through that. Anyway,
Hemlock and Emerald
Oops.
come in from the back door as you come in through the front.
Hello, hun.
Well, hey.
Can I sit over there?
Yeah. Hemlock, can you give us a moment?
Yeah, for sure. He holds up a gold coin and puts it on the counter.
Oh,
That's for everything.
and then some.
Oh, I mean, you've been good to my family and I. When times are, tough.
Oh, well, thanks.
So there's that. Just send. Well, what do you have ready? Do you have some stuff ready? I'm gonna go see my mom.
Yes. I'll bundle it up for you. Just stay right there next to
Just
Galen as I
cooked a
bundle
whole
it
lamb
up.
and a bunch of vegetables in the last 5 minutes. A salad.
Yo, well, I mean, you guys need a minute.
Okay, here, you can start wrapping this all up, and if anyone
Okay.
comes in the door, tell them I'll be right
We'll
there.
do, yeah. So yeah, I'll go back.
And she grabs you by the wrist nicely and pulls you out the back door and says, "Is there something going on?" As she closes the door and sits down on the stoop out the back door in the alley.
Yeah, do you remember the other day when I was talking about feeling a sense of greater purpose and being drawn to something perhaps bigger than the guard?
I remember and being confused.
Oh.
Has something changed?
Something is going on in this city. We don't know what it is, but Hemlock and the rest of the crew here, we've uncovered some things that make me feel like the city needs some people to figure out how to protect it. And I can't do that, I don't think, as a member of the Guard. I want you to be safe, and I want the city to be safe. I can't do the things I need to do encumbered by this badge.
And what is it that you can't do with that badge? You've talked about it for so long, and now that you've gotten it, it seems to not be as shiny as you had talked it up so many years ago.
Don't get me wrong. There's something great about serving the city and the people here. It's very rewarding, and we've seen the community grow and prosper. But I think there's something wrong at the heart of this city. And we need to go, in the next couple of days, the mayor has asked us to go help get the wall construction underway. But there seems to be something fishy about the wall as well. I need to go on this journey. I need to help our friends figure out what's happening here for your safety, for the town's safety, but also just because I think it's the right thing to do.
I don't know if you remember, you've said these same things before, but I mean that in a good way, because we had a conversation under the statue a long time ago. You said the same things and how you wanted to join the Guard. So I can't say that you've changed course. You seem to have this need, but I won't pretend to say that I understand what it is you're leaving for. I trust you. I trust Hemlock. I trust some of the others that you're with.
I trust some of them as well.
But it's scary because I won't know what's happening with you. It's scary because we said this store and this life in the city was what we were going to commit to. We owe a lot of money on this place. I can kind of run it without you, but I would need help over time. There's costs, and I don't want to. I think what I'm most scared about is losing. I'm worried that you might say something similar in the future about us.
Oh, that. I don't think that could ever happen. I'm doing this for us. I'm doing this for you and me and this town and the life that we've built. There are things out there that are unexplainable. You saw what happened at night. I came home bloody and torn and having experienced something almost unexplainable. There's more of that out there. And, it requires more than just what I can do as a guard. My hands are tied in ways. there are things I can't tell you because I think it'd be better for you. It'd be safer for you if you didn't know them. But I promise I will be as open and honest with you through this as I can. And Galen takes the badge of the city guard that is attached to his breastplate and pulls it off and holds it out and puts it in her hand and says, Captain Vaynor will be by to check in on me. Please give this to him with my regrets.
She holds on to it and your hand. I'm not happy about this, but you supported me with this dream of me having my own store, and I would be a terrible partner if I didn't support you in this dream of yours. I just want you to be safe, and I want you to still be a husband who is part of a life that we can build together, and that we still have a strong future together.
Cool, you're the best. Bye. More kisses. No. Thank you for understanding. And if I know this is small consolation in this moment as I'm preparing to walk out the door, but I think that over time we'll be able to grow this store into anything you want it to be. I don't think that we're going to want for the resources to keep the store alive and continue to build it and grow this dream.
She leans over, still holding your hand and badge, and gives you a big kiss and says, when you're out there and it's cold and it's dark, just remember you've got a warm plate of food waiting for you here, a warm bed, warm hugs, and think of me when you're out there, because I will definitely be thinking of you. Always and forever. She gives you a huge hug. She comes in with Hemlock quickly getting back into position a couple feet away.
He's already left.
No, you're still there. You're still there. She walks over to you, Hemlock, as you're wrapping things up. And she puts your crate down and grabs both of your hands and says, Hemlock, you listen to me closely.
Okay.
And you can see there's almost tears forming in her eyes. You need to protect my husband. I want you to use those weapons of yours and keep him safe so that he comes walking back through that door on his own 2 feet, or you'll have me to deal with. Okay?
I will protect him with my life.
And she gives you a big hug.
I hug her back.
And she says, I'll get some of that lamb ready to go.
Thank you.
And Galen grabs stuff and heads off.
We'll help Hemlock carry
All
to
right.
turnabout is fair play. I think maybe you could use a little support in your next.
Maybe.
Is Hemlock wispy and airy black, or are you just dark skinned?
No, super light skin, like very, very pale.
Pale, okay. All right, I thought you were this apparition-y looking kind of creature. Okay, all right.
And she gives you some last bits of vegetables into your crate, Hemlock, and then she says, oh, and by the way, I've always hated that name. Just Amarillo, please.
No problem. Sorry.
All right. What else would anyone else like to do?
Gonna settle up something else there, Galen? Just asking for a friend.
Oh! Before we go, Cookie, when Captain Vaynor comes to check
She winces
in on me,
Frowns again.
No, hey. We'll do it. Come on.
this
No,
fine.
come on.
It's fine. It's just
No.
tell Captain Vaynor to let
Grow
me
a
go.
pair. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
There's
We'll
the
do it on
episode
way.
title right there.
Bro, there.
Come on.
All right, I reluctantly grab the
You've already
badge
asked her to do too much.
from
Yeah.
Amarillo and
What did you grab?
carry
back?
it out with me. The badge.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Badge. All right.
You're gonna have to bite that bullet. I'm
Well,
sorry.
all right. Your mom's house first or the jail?
Mom's house or jail?
What's the difference?
There's the episode title right there.
Mom's house will be easy. She's not gonna be there.
Oh! I'm just growing up hair now. All right. You know what? We're going to the jail first to give more time for your mom to show up back at home.
Okay.
All right. You are at one of the guardhouses where you dropped off those two thugs. Two.
We left.
Misguided
Yeah, third
gentleman.
one. Yeah.
Third one left with a message for Plen. Yeah. Is Captain Vaynor around?
He is.
No, that's a bummer.
And you hear he's behind a door. And no, unacceptable. No. You ever do that again? The door swings open and a sheepish-looking guard of many years seniority to you walks out and leaves.
Moment of your time, Captain.
And he, not looking at you, waves you in and sits down and looks at a bunch of pieces of parchment on his desk. Ugh. These administrators will kill me.
Well, your day's not getting any better. And I thunk the badge down on the desk. I slide it over. I regret to inform you, Captain, that I'll no longer be working for the city guard.
Say that again?
I think you heard me.
Double fingers, double dudes.
Just falls backwards.
Who's got two thumbs and is out of here? This guy.
You swore an oath to protect the city and follow the orders of the city leadership. Only two people break their oaths: cowards and the selfish. So which are you?
Well, it's a good thing I'm not breaking my oath because I'm on a special mission for the mayor right now, directly to protect the city.
Nah.
And letting down those guards that have stood at your side.
I'm sure those guards will understand the need to come when the mayor calls.
Well, citizen, you have no more power or protections from the guard. You are gone to us. And I would recommend you go out of your way not to be seen by me or guards in the future, as we might have a different view of your need in the city.
That sounds like a dishonorable threat, Captain.
Nothing dishonorable about that threat.
Well, I look forward to the next time we cross paths. And I walk out.
He glares, but you've already gone. Didn't see it. And you walk out.
How'd that go?
About as expected. Now let's go talk to your mom.
Yeah, good time.
To have no family.
What do you want me to do with these guys in the cell? It's all right. You're gone.
You have a brother. You have no power anymore.
Yeah. On the way out, saying to the jailers, I have no authority here any longer. But those two that we brought in earlier, they're free to go if you wish.
The guards look confused as you walk away.
I won't be here to file charges against them.
All right. Okay. What next?
Oh, we'll head to Hemlock's mommy's house.
All right. Leaving her front door and get out is the same sheepish guard leaving her door.
It's the worst hand.
Yeah, why did I join up?
Now, did
With
you
the
want
seventh
to go
year.
in first, or did you want me to go in first?
She should be at work. She's not going to be home.
All right.
I'm just going to go in and leave her a note and leave her this basket, and hopefully she'll forgive me.
All right, she's not there, and you write up a note and leave some food behind.
Yep.
What's the note read?
Oh, dear mother, I hope you and for soul, find this gift basket. Well, I'm not going to be here for dinner. I've been dispatched by the mayor to escort someone to a mine to the southeast. Lots of love. See you in a few days.
All right. You called it a gift basket? Was it wrapped in like cellophane?
Sure was.
Edible arrangement.
I love it. With like raw lamb in it. This is sitting
In an unrefrigerated realm.
Great.
All right, group. What would you like to do?
There was a talk of getting ourselves ready for a 2-day trip.
Yes.
Are we walking this, or are we going to be riding horse things?
The
I'd rather
fine-
not ride horse things.
the fine gentleman from the city said walking would be the method of transportation that we would be using on this trip. Said he's walked it before. He's ready to walk it once again. So we're walking.
But what about us?
We're walking.
Are we all going?
I don't have a horse or a pony.
Do you want to get one? I know a guy.
You know a guy?
He doesn't use it.
I'm open to that.
So you want the pony?
Not if no one else has one.
But that would make it your pony that makes you more special. Is that right?
I don't like to stand out that way. Makes me feel uncomfortable.
Well, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. So no pony for you. Do you want a pony?
No, I will walk.
Yannick, there's a pony up for you. I know a guy.
No.
You would look kind of funny on a pony, to be honest.
I have reservations about the way that pony would be acquired.
You're judging me and my friend,
Yes.
and that he may not sell me the pony, and then I would have to borrow it on his own without him
Yes.
knowing, and without potentially returning it.
That's exactly the judgment I'm making. Yes.
I don't know why you would think
Wow.
such
Silver
things of me.
spilling out of his cheeks.
Wow.
The judgment of Yannick stands.
All right,
Am I wrong?
I don't believe
That's a no. All
that
right.
you
Very
see.
good.
What? I didn't
You
get
didn't even
to.
let him
I'm not.
answer.
We're gonna have a conversation later about the needs of others, which is not a pony for you. Oh, Headlock, you're here. Do you need a pony?
You have an extra?
I can get an extra.
He has no pony.
You have one for yourself?
No, I don't want
Oh,
it.
well, then I think we're good walking.
Oh, walking. Okay. Feel like I did it.
I feel like you were setting this up to have ownership of a pony, and it wasn't going to be big. It was going to be little, and you were going to force My Little Pony to come out of this.
I mean,
We collectively
everyone
shut that
felt
shit
that
down.
If that's the case, rewind. Do over.
On second thought, I would like a pony.
never asked Galen. Let's go.
He's gonna work it in there. It's gonna happen.
Also, Lauren, gain a hero point. We went past that part. Definitely do that.
For the emotional torment.
Yes.
When Galen returns, seeing that he is
Frazzled.
undamaged, I'm just like,
Just physically.
Yeah.
Wait, do you have to spit it out for him, or do you get to keep it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Clear enough.
So Meryl is scored away, and so are we. Are we prepared to leave on this trip?
I think I'm as ready to go as we can be.
Unless there is other business that is pressing, we should move on.
Does everybody have their provisions? You have food for 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would suggest you take food for 6 days. Yes.
I do, as a matter of fact.
I have 1 week's rations.
Yes.
And some soap. I'm good.
Oh, wait.
Literally
I got a
says
couple
soap.
extra
Dude,
things.
look at that.
so,
I got
you
soap
know,
as well. That seems
I
important.
can share with this.
And we
guy
are
as
suitably
well if we
provisioned. Let's get this on before the daylight burns completely away.
All right. The group heads out of the city into the tent area, and you find Merrill, the administrator Merrill, there. And he sees you coming, sitting on his pack, and says, "Well, it was about time. I'm all set. Everyone here ready?"
We are sorry for the delay, but we will be leaving immediately.
He nods approvingly and picks up his sack and follows you, Yannick, the largest of the group.
Yannick will offer to take the sack off of his hands for him.
He is hesitant, but allows it. Thank you.
You're welcome. You will never see it again. No. I'm just literally just carrying it for him, and I will try to just kind of engage Merrill in small talk and be nice to him.
Good guy, Chris.
I know, who would have thought?
He hasn't reached his moral dilemma yet.
All right, you guys head.
I have a father.
I'm Yannick the Accursed.
You head out of the town of Tabonry and make your way southeast, making your way along the Horn River a bit before crossing.
I thought, when you said southwest, I thought Galen had intentionally misled his wife into the direction we were heading, just in case. Just in case.
And Merrill points, is leading from the middle area, but it's obvious which path to take. It's a moderately well-traveled path. You are crossing, you are going over a whole bunch of grasslands that surround Tabonry and are making your way over the river, over a very tall and wide bridge that crosses this wide, slow-moving river. It's a pretty impressive construction as you cross it.
And Yannick will, occasionally unnecessarily double check with Merrill that they're on the right path and whatever. And, even though he knows, we need to take a left, he'll be like, left, Merrill. And, you just kind of make sure he's, feeling included.
And he says, some people think it's located in Embrick, but it's not. Embrick is way too far. And I think it might be this whole area is just one part of a vein or area altogether. The mountains don't quite reach out here, but that's my geological finding.
That is fascinating. I wonder if you could employ some dwarves to verify your theories there. It might prove very profitable for the city.
As you guys walk over the bridge, you see coming underneath almost at the same time is a barge with several half-elves known as the Toadies that are porting a whole bunch of barrels that are tied down. One of them with a big pole puts out a warm welcome.
It's a nice pole you got there, fella.
Also, don't shoot me from above.
You just compliment his pole.
I did. It's long.
And they slowly go underneath as you guys continue to the southeast. You travel for hours and hours, and the only thing I need to do is have whoever has the highest survival make a survival roll. And if you make a 16...
4.
Couple 4s, 0s.
0.
You trained, Yannick?
I am.
Anything better than trained?
Nope.
Think you should roll it, my guy.
All right.
I'm untrained in 4.
I'm trained in 4.
And this is for Galen's benefit to get a good path, most efficient, and rest so he's not fatigued from his extra night shift the night before.
All right. Natural 1. Here we come. 16 total.
Great. And you're able to make good headway without burning out your friend, and you guys camp for the night just off of the main road itself. And so you are not fatigued at all. Everyone is healed up to max. If there's any daily conditions, looks like Christopher's already on that.
Is there any need for watch, or is it just an eventless night?
That's up to you guys if you want to have a watch or not.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll take last watch.
I'll take first.
I'll take middle.
I'll take none.
All right. As you guys are setting up camp, it's dark, and just your fire is the only light. And it's a bit of a bit of a change from the bright lights and the cacophony of the city that you just left. Your lone light out there with your bedrolls surrounding it. I'm imagining from far away, if someone were listening, you could hear occasional little voices, and then like the little tuning of a ukulele is the only sound across the whole prairie at night. Hemlock, as you are getting your area set up, you draw the attention of Merrill, who eyebrows and says, what are those? I haven't seen something like that before. Pointing to your weapons.
It's firearms?
They blast fire.
Sometimes.
So you are a wizard or a tinkerer, perhaps?
Oh, I'm a gunslinger.
What does that mean?
Sling guns.
What does it mean to sling a gun?
So I pull one out, and like these fire projectiles.
Like
Well, I need
a
them
bow.
Like a bow, but more efficient, more deadly.
Show me.
What do you have in your pack? Throw something up in the air.
He takes out a bottle.
You cannot have your pack back.
He takes out a bottle that's about a third left of wine and drinks a big gulp, hands the rest to you to finish off.
I do.
All right.
Here, and I give him the bottle back. Throw it up in the air.
Oh, and he takes it and he throws it up into the air. 15 is the armor class of that.
We're trying to sleep.
He's on guard.
Who's got the wine bottle?
19.
Okay, you smash it and glass
3
goes
damage.
flying. Oh, no.
It goes 4 hit point wine bottle.
It had 27 to start. He says, oh, that's impressive.
It returns fire.
And then I reload.
What do you have? I'll give it a shot.
I don't think so. I
Oh.
can't trust these. These are weapons of war. Can't trust them with anybody.
I understand. And he gives him another glance and then goes back to getting ready for bed.
He should have said the same thing to the scrolls. So are these.
Cannons exist in this world, right?
I am very
boy.
wary about going into this conversation. That is a can of worms. Right now, there is like 1 or 2 beings in existence that know and for some reason know how to use firearms, and that's about it.
Hey, Jammer, do you know what my background is?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of my thought process of like, how many other hemlocks are there? But there aren't,
Or not.
as we know, as we'll go with. Okay.
Well,
And from the sense you're extra dimensional, so that knowledge could be just not anywhere familiar to this one. Maybe. I don't know.
we're aware of at least one other firearm in the world.
It's true. We know of one.
The bronze
true. The
god
bronze.
asshole that from
The Dark Citadel.
Well, we don't know he's an asshole. We never met him.
It's
He's
true.
an
We
asshole.
never met him.
Right.
He wanted to be friends.
Mr. Merrill, I'm curious about a thing.
He is reading something in the firelight at night. Yes?
If I mean, the whole city, of course, is aware that you're building this glorious wall for the safety of all the citizens of Tabonry. But why the? And he kind of lowers his voice, leans in a little bit. Why the secrecy around these special stones? I mean, why not let the whole city know that you're putting something into? Seems like a politician would want to let the world know that he's doing something extra special for the whole city.
He starts to answer, stops himself, and then reaches over and wiggles on the champion's foot to see if you're awake, Yannick.
I am.
He says, Yannick,
Yes.
if there was a great enemy who could strike at any moment but could possibly be allied perhaps with one of your friends, would you let your friends know you knew what was going on? That you knew that perhaps one might betray? Or would you keep that to yourself?
I would deal with it in the moment, I believe, and slay that friend immediately.
He says, just staring at Jericho.
He says, well, then, my minstrel, that I believe would be my answer. But instead of a group of 6, it is a city of thousands. And I'm not quite eager to share if there is a betrayer within the city.
I'm going to be entirely honest. That entire metaphor went right over my very short head. So there's another city that has a monster friend?
He's saying the city is safer from possible attack without others knowing of its defense. It is something that will...
Oh, you want it to be a sneaky defense?
Also, he's saying that the threat may be coming from inside the walls. I'm right over here. I can hear everything.
So am I, and trying to sleep.
We'll go to sleep then. I'm not stopping you. It's way less loud than the fire. I don't see what that is.
We all end up with one level of fatigue.
But Seth gets a +1 to his next attack.
So it's protected from something inside the city?
In battle, he says, trying to look like he's some amazing general, as frail and diminutive as he is. In battle, secrecy is key.
Oh. You don't want them to know what those stones are, what they can do, so that if someone attacks, they don't know the defense that you've got.
He points to his nose, thinking that means something.
I got that right on the nose. I got you. No, that's a short people thing. We get that. Halflings and gnomes have things in common. Not many.
You also swivel the hat, touch the ear, and drop the eye down.
That's still third.
All right, you guys rest and have no you have no interesting encounters throughout the night. Wake up refreshed, cold, breaking out the rations.
Yeah,
warming
Galen,
things up.
as the night ends, and just before dawn breaks, since I'm on last watch, I'll prepare a nice little, coffee and, a little, bread and fruit for everybody to get everybody going.
Can I just, with that conversation...
And probably some fresh fruit and vegetables and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, he's taking
And some lamb.
Nice big hunk of lamb.
So with that conversation that I had, being that Jericho had expressed his alternate theory as to the nature of the wall, one thing he was trying to do was trying to poke. I don't know if there is within this realm of our game. Is there any way that he can see? Did he, he was trying to do I believe this guy as he's talking to me, or is this guy?
Nope, you got to figure that out
Okay.
yourself.
No way to tell if a guy's lying to you?
Nope.
Okay.
There's skills. Might be able to find something in there, but
Nope.
no real
All right.
rolls for it. Looks
Nope.
like.
All right, it is morning time. Galen's gotten you guys all set up with a good start. You pack everything up and head out, continuing on your hike. As you hike along this trail, you pass by no one. You're the only one out this far that you've seen, and continue to make your way through these flat plains on this path. It's a wagoned, trailed path that you're making way along. Maybe with every so often an encouraging tune by Jericho, perhaps?
Absolutely.
Or does he save it? His A material is only for
He has
showtime.
a particular song that he is going to play at one point, whenever it's most appropriate to him, which he also wants to play the kind of poke and watch Meryl as he plays it.
Is it ambient strumming as we go along?
Oh, no, it's
that what that
got
is?
lyrics
Okay,
that
all right.
he wants to see how the city administrative folk responds to the lyrics of the song as he
I see.
plays it. So that's whenever the appropriate time.
Needling
right?
political satires all the
No,
way.
no.
Little George Carlin.
Yes. It's now going to be the time where it's some afternoon as you continue to walk.
All right. So he's got a little song that he's going to sing It's a little light song about the lonely golem, but it just has a little one line in there that he wants to, as he sings it, he wants to see if it pokes the Merrill at all as he sings it. He's got a little one that just, it starts out, just goes, a statue stood in silence, cold and still, a golem forged with an ancient skill, its heart awakened by a mystic spark to find companions in the dark. With eyes that glowed in a world unknown, it ventured out, no longer stone, seeking kinship, a quest unrolled in a world where friendship could be strolled. Oh, the lonely golem seeking so true, friends it sought, its purpose askew. Amidst the laughter, the joy unfurled, it forgot its task to change the world. Through forests deep and cities bright, the golem walked both day and night. In taverns loud it found delight, in songs, in tales, and in the light. But in its quest for camaraderie, it overlooked its destiny. A weapon ancient, it was cold. Projection stones released it from its hold. With a lonely golem seeking so true, friends it sought, its purpose askew. Amidst the laughter, the joy unfurled, it forgot its task to change the world. And just with the line in there about projection stones released its hold, he's just going to kind of keep a very subtle side eye, because he has the song that had pulled, and see if it does anything as he watches the guy.
It's
Who doesn't know?
Yeah,
that
well,
they know that term, but it just is as they go out. It's just amidst all the other songs that he sings. He's
All right.
going to weave that one in.
He does turn his head back and look at you a little confused, and then continue walking behind Yannick.
And he's got other songs. He'll just got traveling songs. He's got a halfling song he'll sing, and
All right.
Shook me all night long.
that's the one.
As you trek across the expansive prairie with green grass as far as the eyes can see, you spot something beyond the small hills ahead.
There's something up ahead.
That's a tree.
Oh,
In the distance, you see just beyond the hills carrion birds slowly circling in the sky.
I think it's something dead.
No, those birds are alive. They're moving.
I think whatever they're moving around is dead.
Oh, well, I hope so. If they're eating it.
It could be that
Well-
something else is there as well.
Do you need me to scout?
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Well, there we are in the plains. Able to see for miles. I don't know how well the scouting would work.
We can go together.
I can stay low and sneak up.
Yeah, there's some hills between you and wherever you're seeing these.
Certainly.
And let's get off the road before Dash leaves so you know where to find us when you return.
With this movement that we're having, are there any signs of recent activities, movements, tracks, wagon or otherwise?
Yeah, you think this trail's been recently used just a few days ago. It's not incredibly well traveled, but it's not isolated either. There's the town of Embrick is about 3 or 4 more days down the road beyond where you're going. So it's not uncommon.
We should go see. That might be a bear that died.
Why do you say bear?
Yeah, what's gonna kill a bear?
Old age.
Yep.
I can't deny the logic. It's possible.
I don't know enough about stars to say that you're wrong.
A bigger bear.
Every single bear ever dies.
Everything that lives dies.
But why a
Almost,
bear? Why male models?
I could have said an armadillo, but that seemed too small for the amount of carrion birds.
And Texan.
Did you see something?
If Dash, if
That
you're
made
gonna go
you think it was
scout,
a bear?
Hemlock will go with you. No?
I mean, how stealthy
Yes,
are you?
please go with him.
Stealthier than you, dude.
Okay.
Oh!
Wow.
Let's
Shots
sneak.
fired!
It's a sneak off.
They both disappear, never to be seen again. Right? Just-
Too far. Natural 20s. They're gone.
They spend the rest of their lives looking for each other, and they're spiraling around.
All right, so Dash and Hemlock head off to scout ahead. There are a few scattered trees, but they're really just like savanna-like spread out in distance, but it's lush, so there's not a ton of cover. Occasional bushes here or there, so you're kind of making your way bush to bush as you make your way up to the top of this hill ridge. The rest of you were getting off of this road, did I hear?
Yeah, we're getting under kind of cover, and
Okay.
yeah, just kind of going to be.
Are we hiding from carrion birds?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna hide from the dead bear.
I think with the three of you protecting Merrill, I'd like to follow Dash and Hemlock at a distance. Just keeping them within eyesight if possible, knowing the general direction they're
They're too
going,
stealthy.
but not.
Okay, like
Not
a couple hundred
following
yards.
Yeah, that way if something is happening, they can either get back up or I can run back for the rest of the group.
All right. Okay, let's go ahead. You guys can make stealth rolls with plus 3 for our 2 scouts up front.
25.
32.
Wow! Seth was trying to do a mic drop. What did you roll?
19.
Jesus.
Oh no, 28. Sorry.
oh,
I just realized I added +3 twice. I have a +6, and you give me a +3. That's 9. I had a +3 on top of that,
All
so it's
right.
actually 28. Does that change things?
Nope, still super
well, from
strong.
crushing disappearing act to okay, I kind of see it.
All right, as the two of you hunker down by a bush and are crawling on your belly to the crest of this hill,
Galen loudly clanking behind you.
oh, he's 100 yards behind. More. You see the birds ahead circling a wagon with a thin pole sticking out from the wagon, topped with a banner flapping in the wind. One of the horses that was pulling the wagon lies on the ground next to the vehicle, not moving. Red entrails have been torn out of its open chest. The other horse is nowhere to be seen. The bodies of a few people can be spotted on the ground not far from the wagon. You can tell even from the distance you are at, these corpses have been torn apart by beasts. As the two of you hunker low to stay out of sight, it doesn't take long for you to see the attacker, a large brown bear.
Oh,
Come on.
I'm out.
A large brown bear tearing into a body.
It's not what's dead, though.
It's a bear.
But then you notice it is something more. With incredible
See? Not a bear.
muscles and a monstrous beak, you realize you are watching an owlbear feast.
oh.
It feasts
Not a
on
bear.
one of the corpses with its beak, tearing into the flesh with ease. Another movement catches your eye, and clambering over the wagon, you spot another of these creatures lazily picking through the ambush scene. The bad news, these creatures don't look like they want to share their easy meal with you and will attack given the chance. The good news, they still haven't seen you yet from your distant hiding spot.
The banner. What can we make that out? What's on the banner?
Yes. The banner is the shape of a red rectangle with a black dog imprinted on it.
That's what I was afraid
That's what I
of.
was afraid of.
That is
too.
the symbol of Denner, who was the guy at the mine.
Did you say dinner?
Denner.
Well,
Well, also,
Owlbear Denner.
Just don't call them late.
About how far is it from where we're kind of hunkering down to where our scouts are?
You are about 2.5 football fields away from Galen, who's 2.5 football fields
Oh, okay.
away from them.
All right.
Sneaking up out of the grasses right behind Hemlock, scaring the shit out of him. Dash taps him on the shoulder and points to the banner.
see it. This is no good.
Those are probably our rocks. This does not look like a normal area for owl bears. There's no trees here.
Sure doesn't. Well, I don't think they're going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Should head back to the group and let them know what we found and see how they want to proceed. We decide to come across, if we decide to go against these, it's going to be a nasty fight.
Yeah.
Galen, make a perception 18. If you fail, your friends will have a chance, but they'll have it at 20. So you've got the better odds.
That is, you said it was a straight perception roll?
Perception 18.
Okay. That is 24.
All right. You see, as they are watching that scene, they are being watched themselves from a figure hiding in a bush on a small hill to the far right off of the road. I'm sorry, for the left off of the road to the north. And you can't tell who it is. You just see a hunkered down figure, movement, and a quick little dark shape duck down.
Okay. Any weapons visible?
Nope.
No.
You just see a dark little form
Okay.
behind the bush.
Does it look like it has seen me? Can I tell at all?
Make a stealth roll, and that is your overall confidence.
Okay. That is a 20.
So you seem pretty darn confident. You've been keeping good,
Okay.
invisible yourself.
I'm not going to move until Dash and Hemlock return back this way and get near me.
Okay. You two then stealth down the hill a little bit and then can just go normally back. And you are heading right towards Galen, who's sitting and chilling out in his own little bush sneakily.
As they pass by, act natural.
I'm walking!
My, what sunny day it is outside.
Hemlock, you're being watched from a bush on the hill over there. There's one figure so far that I've spotted. Don't look! Don't look!
How far is the hill that he's pointing to?
It is 150 yards.
Okay, so really far. Not just like other side of the road. It's out there.
Yes.
So if it's gonna fire an arrow at us, we'd hear it coming at least before we get hit. But nothing's jumping out and stabbing yet.
Yeah, it's taken no action so far. I think our best, our advantage here is it doesn't know we know it's there.
It might be one of two things. It could be an escapee from the wagon that we just came from being attacked by owl bears, or it could be controlling the owl bears that's sent to attack the wagon. By the way, there's owl bears.
Oh, that's good to know.
Plural.
Plural?
Yeah.
2?
Yeah.
The wagon is Denner's.
We sure it's only 2,
No, we saw 2.
Yeah.
and it's Denner's wagon. How do you want to handle this with the rest of the group?
Go tell them.
Just tell them what we've seen.
And we start heading back.
Okay.
So really, you think bears doesn't make any sense at all?
There is no way, out of the blue, that you're just going to pick out that is a bear.
But there's all
It
kinds
could
of
be
bears.
a fox.
What could be
it
a brown
could be
bear?
a rabbit.
A
It
grizzly
could be
bear?
a squirrel. It could be a family of squirrels. It could be a raccoon. It could be a possum. Why bear? I don't. It's just.
Too
It's
small for the circling birds.
It's just
man. I
so
go, "What about a
random.
squirrel?"
I don't understand.
I'm in touch with the Fey realm and I get feelings.
Guys, we're back.
What was
hey.
it?
It's an owl bear.
It's 2. At
All
least
right.
2.
I'm gonna take that as a moral victory.
I think I am too.
Okay. All right.
You just see him drop his shield, drop his sword as he walks, armor pieces coming off, and he walks off naked into the prairie.
I should have been a priest. This is
Hermit, I come.
Right, boss. One owlbear stew coming right up.
Also, the owlbears are tearing up what looks like a wagon that was bearing the sigil of Denner. And the flag that we saw, the red over the red square with the wolf over it.
All the people that dead?
They're being eaten as we speak.
Oh, okay.
Are bears common out in the plains?
No.
Are owlbears
trees.
common?
No.
I thought he just said bears.
Owl bears.
Our owl bears.
Are your bears? Our bears.
All our owl bears.
Hey, dear, my owl bear come out about the stuff for the things.
I don't know about
This is the last time we do shots before the show.
I'm holding communion.
The answer to whatever your question was
Yes.
no.
No.
Does
These
quickly,
creatures should
sorry,
not
but
be here.
Before we go any further, I have not joined them.
That's what I was
still
gonna
in the-
ask.
I am still in the bush.
All right.
I'm keeping eyes on whatever's was watching these two. Okay.
a mild follow-up question? Does Jericho have any idea what an owlbear is?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if they're common enough to be within the.
I mean, you're a
Like
bard.
they're
You
the
should know what an
Stuff of
owlbear is.
feathery nightmares is
You'd be
for
singing
everyone.
songs about them, friend.
You believe that they are definitely ferocious. You've heard tales of them in taverns, and 3 of you heroes tackling one would be definitely a dangerous, we've got to be on our toes situation.
All right.
Oh, Galen's back as well because he said that there's someone else hiding on the other side of the road
Yeah.
in a
kinda
bush
wanna-
who may have been watching us,
Oh.
may have been watching the wagon.
Somebody who escaped from the wagon,
It's gonna
maybe.
be tough to do, but I'd like to try to
Should we go ask him
sneak
a
over
question?
there and flank him.
I could go just ask him.
No,
Why?
that's not the right move in this case.
If he was hostile, what would happen then? If you went over and asked him and he chose violence.
I would
with two
request that he stop
owlbears.
that violence.
Yes, that's good. You would. It probably wouldn't work. If someone's already choosing violence, they're choosing to not speak with you or honor requests. Not everyone's as kind as you
Yeah,
are.
but I'm incredibly persuasive.
Yes, you are.
Why
You're also
don't?
incredibly squishy.
Well, I'd give him this look.
Slap.
So you didn't block that. So you're already in trouble.
He also technically did not hit me.
If you can't dodge in the Soki slap,
I'm watching our technician Derek do his fingers to his forehead, and I don't know if he's tired or if he's just dealing with Jericho right now.
I would suggest that we attempt to waylay this figure before we deal with the owlbears.
Hey, what if I went towards him, but one of you stuck around like I was distracted? Like I was.
just said that's what I was gonna do.
I think maybe
I can't hear your
the
voice.
3 of you, since you're all reasonably stealthy, sneak up and attempt to.
Or what if the rest of you approach and either just myself or Dash and I flank, meet in the middle.
He's
Give you a
learned new
distraction.
Let me
terminology.
ask you this: from where he is, where are those owlbears? And would they be able to see us just casually walking up upon them and maybe see us and be like, hey, we want to eat those guys over there. Let's go ahead and eat them.
That's a lot of bridges to cover.
Yeah.
Dash points out directions to Yannick to explain the distance of where the bears are. Owl bears are up over the ridge, where we were, where Galen is, and where we saw.
So we
what
got to
Galen
approach
pointed
this
out.
way.
Can we do so without engaging line of sight with the owlbears?
Visually, yes. Audibly, likely.
Okay.
All right, we just need to keep it quiet.
You don't need to tell me that.
I have good.
I was
range.
talking to him, pointing at Galen.
I have.
And him.
Oh,
And
you're Mr. Quiet over here?
I'm in a bush 150 yards away from
That's
you.
true.
Yeah.
300 yards away from where you are right now.
Getting a sniper rifle just set the Keeley suit over it.
Dash approaches Hemlock and look. So you have longer range than I have for any type of attacks. So I think you should be the one to sneak up around. I'll stay with the group and protect from other sides if there's anything that activates before we get there.
Very good.
So we're all going.
I think that's the best move.
Yeah.
Unless you want to stay.
I don't
with-
want to wait around for our boss to find
Because
it.
this could
Unless
be.
you want to stay with Meryl.
No.
as
Well,
with,
yes. Actually, yes. I have to stay with Meryl.
Oh, well,
We
Meryl's-
can't leave the administrator out here on this.
No, but we can't just leave our healer behind in this situation either.
should-
Meryl's
You'll
gonna
have-
have to.
You'll have Quinlan
Takes
along.
off.
You'll be fine.
Like I said, you weren't here for a little while. We could really use you.
We can't.
I pointedly avoid looking at Quintil.
He's got quivering lips right now.
I'm not looking. I'm just.
Meryl will have to come along.
Yes,
okay.
that is the better
Yes.
scenario.
All right.
Jericho needs to get a little violin to play for himself.
Bye-bye.
At least
Bye-bye.
against a very powerful foe such as these owlbears, we need us all to be present in case things de-escalate into a challenging battle.
there's an
Owlbears
opening.
are no simple creature like some thugs at a Renarian temple.
No, I understand.
Good.
All right, Hemlock, what were you doing? You
I'm
already
glad
took
you
off.
are
Yeah,
not
this I was
offended.
done with this conversation long before it started.
I don't think you'll ever be killed by someone else's hand in this group, is what I'm thinking.
So yeah, I sneak off, like staying
Inaction
low,
is your worst
staying in the
threat.
grass.
Okay.
If there are any trees or bushes, like trying to move from those.
I will make the roll for you. This is going to be incredibly hard, just so you know. All right, you are trying to
I
sneak.
do, if it matters at all, I do have a feat called Slink where I can move extra fast while sneaking.
That might actually slightly apply in this regards. All right. Okay.
Pick the right guy for the job.
Wrong. What is your stealth modifier?
+8.
Okay. All right, you sneak away bush to bush. You guys see him going stealthily, but going a little bit faster than normal due to his racial fetchling ability.
And once we've given him whatever the agreed upon
that was-
time is.
You guys had that dumb conversation.
All
for
right.
like,
So as we look over and look for him, he's already gone.
Yes.
So we start. I guess the plan is for us to just approach this figure.
Yeah, I'm going.
I'm trying to do so.
Jericho's now gone.
Yeah.
You'll be planning all by yourself in a few moments.
This is the stock.
Jericho, wait!
How many of those tension die applied just to Yannick?
Heading towards the figure while trying to avoid, stealth away from the owlbears and not alert them to our presence.
Okay.
I was trying to head towards Galen, which was my original plan. Go get Galen and get everyone.
I believe my skill exploit vulnerability is line of sight,
Okay.
and it allows me to understand a creature's weaknesses or resistances. I'm hoping that by trying to just concentrate the kind of burgeoning psychic abilities that I have, I might be able to get a sense of what this thing is in the bushes over there.
You use words like burgeoning. I'm right there with you.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to give it maybe a level of concealed, but I think I'm going to say that's still the minimum you need. I like that. All right. So you are making a esoteric lore roll.
Yes.
Go ahead.
16.
Oh, total of 16?
Yes.
Okay. And you are trying to glean information about its weaknesses.
Weaknesses, resistances.
Gotcha. You do not learn anything at all about this creature, this person, this entity, this wonderful happy time, this treasure chest. You have no idea what it is at all. Other than it has a weakness 3 to holy damage.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Why is that bad? You don't know anything else. That should be fine.
So Yannick is just whistling softly as he's approaching.
Do I see any of them, like, heading towards this figure?
You see in a line is the bard Jericho first,
Stomping off.
and then some distance behind the rest of the group is catching up, and then quickly fanning out to the right at an angle is the gunslinger, Hemlock.
I will just be trying to Based on where they said, trying to look and see if I can see whatever this thing is that they're talking.
All right. You can see the bush. You can see some little shadowy, hunkered down person, but you can't identify them in any way.
Okay.
As soon as I get the sense that it's got the weakness to holy, I am making a beeline to Yannick. I'm dropping all pretense of cover and stealth. I am
Running as fast
running
as you
straight
can.
to Yannick.
Okay. You run as fast as you can.
Yannick is almost tense by that. I'm like, preparing to like throw a javelin at him.
As you do that, Jericho, you approach this bush. You get within maybe 100 feet of it when the figure finally rises up. You see a strange, gray-skinned, almost like really fat goblin with huge, bizarre buck-carved teeth on top of a wide, fat arms, a big, fat belly with a loincloth and tiny little hooved feet and claws that look like they came from a sloth with those long, nasty-style claws. As the thing rises up, it speaks to you very clearly from 100 feet away, but not in a language you in any way know. It speaks to you telepathically. And it says, Glob, Lord commands Glob to slay you. And it comes racing out of the bush towards Jericho. And we will take our break there.
Oh my gosh.
And we will be right back in a little bit and see what the heck is going to happen on the prairie. battle is beginning between this nasty creature and Jericho, who is head of the group. Go ahead and roll a rare initiative roll.
Alrighty. Initiative roll for me. Oh, I lost my
Total
initiative.
of 10.
You beat it.
I
'Cause
beat
I
it.
think it's your perception is
Yeah,
ultimately your
20.
initiative.
All right, so you may go first. Creature is 100 feet away and racing at you. A little slow, a little wobbly.
How far behind me are my compatriots?
50 feet each.
Then I will hold my ground.
Okay, you hold your ground.
And I will use my action to simply trying to remember what that one is to just take some cover.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Somebody was short a headset.
yeah, it would be good if I could be heard. So the creature is 100 feet away, closing in on
DM now has a
Thank
headset
God
on.
for the technician.
our Jericho. Yeah, that would be terrible. All right, so Jericho, you're holding your line as it's coming in. What did you say?
I'm gonna take cover.
Going to take cover.
Yes.
Okay, you dive into a nearby bush. If it makes a ranged attack, you will have some cover. The creature runs at you and closes that distance down to 40 feet. And in the meantime, I believe Yannick was next. So Yannick, you can now be at Jericho's side if you'd like.
I'm basically ahead of the bush that Jericho is hiding in. Shield and javelin are out right now, and well, no, I was just thinking whether the shield or sword or the javelin or sword. I would love to throw my javelin.
All right, it is 40 feet away currently, and you may roll initiative
Okay.
for this new round.
That'll be a total of 19.
Total of 19. Okay. Then you may go second, I believe, after Jericho. And actually, Jericho, you're going to hold on for a second because we are going to award a hero point. And Derek, the technician, who gets a hero point so far?
It's too set.
Derek is
Yeah.
Seth. Seth gains a hero point. All right, carry on with Jericho.
So this guy's like 40 feet ahead of us now.
Yes.
All right. As I'm gonna just go right up alongside of my friend and stay on his side as I move up with him.
And as he moves up to my side, I try to get him behind him.
Okay.
And I'm going right up with him. And as I said, can you describe what this thing looks like for me?
I'm happy to describe. It is a small, fat, goblin-y creature, but definitely not a goblin at the same time. It has kind of a bloated, goatee head with big buck teeth. It has big floppy ears with a strange, nasty-looking earring sticking out of one. It's got a big fat belly with 4 nipples. Woo! Can you milk me, Greg? And it has big sloth-like claws as it kind of shambles kind of slowly towards you on nasty, stumpy little feet. Has a little loincloth, and it's mouthing and making some strange sound, but then it says telepathically to the champion Yannick, "Glob slays, glob slays, glob slays."
Then
Retreat and we won't kill
for
you.
my last action, I'd like to do a recall knowledge to try to figure out what this is.
Oh, you may roll a die, and I cannot tell you what the skill is, but I know your skills.
Out of my box, I rolled a 19.
Ooh, okay. You want to know what this creature is?
Whatever I can figure out about this thing is like, what is this thing in front of me?
You don't know exactly what it is, but you know it is an unholy, fiendish demon.
All right.
And Yannick,
Yes.
this unholy, fiendish demon is charging at the two of you.
I will. Are you conveying that this is a demon? Am I aware of the demonness of this demon?
If I have an ability to do so,
Sure.
I would call out, oh my god, it's a demon!
As soon as Yannick hears that,
He takes 2 steps back and pushes.
you're doing great, pal.
Is this also happening at the same time that Galen is just like running across flames?
Yeah.
Going,
Don't, by the time you get there, they're
No,
dead.
it's not holy. It's not.
Finding out it's a demon, I will throw my javelin at it, draw sword, and charge.
Okay. Throw your javelin. Go for it. What's the range on
30
your javelin?
feet, so it will be
-2
yeah.
for each range increment.
However, I swear there is something that says about. I thought it was undead or fiend for my shining oath. Will you double check that for me?
Shining
Yes, I believe fiend is in there.
Shining Oath, tenet of good against undead is the Shining Oath.
Okay. Something about fiends, but okay. So yeah, I will.
Yeah, there is somewhere. I don't know where.
Yeah, it's weird. Okay,
All right,
doesn't
carry
matter. Making the attack.
It's all right. It's Glob.
It's going to be, let's see, 15 minus the circumstance bonus to 13 to hit.
13, the javelin punctures the beautiful thick grass of the prairie.
And draw my sword and charge it.
All right, you charge at him. It is its turn, and as you come right up at it, it goes and raises its hands and casts a spell upon you. And this thing seems more ferocious and nasty than you imagined. And you must make a will save of 16 to resist the fear.
Gotcha. A will save to resist fear. My will is +6. I just rolled a 14, so that will be a total of 20.
Total of 20, you are frightened 1. If you had failed, it would have been frightened 2.
Right.
So that's -1 off of every single thing that you have, and that'll go away automatically at the end of your next turn.
Jeez.
All right, and for its last action, as you're right there, it rakes across. I assume you do have a shield
My
nearby,
shield,
but not
yes.
up.
Correct.
And it rakes across you. Let's see if it's... Oh, no, I said rake, not bite. Rake with a total of 21.
That will hit.
And it hits you for 7 damage. Hold on, let me double check.
17.
No, it hits you for 3 damage plus more. 3, 6. It would have hit you for 6 damage, but because you are a holy warrior, an additional 1 point for 7 damage.
Gotcha. So a total of 7
Total
or
of
3
7.
plus the 7?
Total of 7.
Gotcha.
And that is it. Hemlock has been trying to skid around this whole side, and you, bizarrely enough, were stealthed the whole time. You are in a bush. You are...
He also gets that movement prior to initiative, right?
Yes.
How far away am I right now?
You are 1 weapon increment away, so I think that's maybe 45 feet or
60
so.
feet? Okay. I'm good at that range.
Okay. If you shoot at this range, the creature is off guard, so I will lower its armor class by 2 for your first shot here.
Yeah.
Okay. Out from the hidden bushes, the fire of a gun.
Oh, 16 to hit.
16 is a hit.
Just
3 damage.
Not much of a hit, but all right, it's a hit.
Piercing or bludgeoning.
Piercing or bludgeoning, got it. A little bit of blood spurts. The creature doesn't seem phased at all. You have 2 more actions available to you.
Reload and shoot again.
Okay.
This 13.
13 is a miss. Couple shots fire out, but you can't connect. It is another new round. We can have 2 more heroes. One is going to be Galen. The other will be either the priest or the kineticist.
You're staying with Meryl,
I'm staying with Mara.
Okay.
and Dash absolutely would be running in.
Okay, so we have everyone there, and we're gonna go with Jericho, Yannick, bad guy. Then you 2 can decide. Then the 3 of you can decide your final order. So Jericho, what do you want to do?
All right, Jericho is going to strum on his ukulele, using a focus point to cast Lingering Composition, and then go into his Courageous Anthem and try to lift the spirits of all of those around him and try to get them. Let's fight this demon and send him back to hell. So I got to roll a little thing to see how long this one lasts.
All right.
And this is a performance that I got to roll. And I have one more high. I got a +9 on that. 14.
Okay, you do not succeed.
Alrighty.
Your
So
target
it's
is
gonna last.
Your target is 16 at level 2 now. By the way.
Okay. So it's just going to last for one round. That is my one action. Is it am I one movement increment away from this guy?
You are still 40 feet away.
So a 2 to get to him?
Sure.
I'm going to move right behind him.
Okay. You may do so.
My 2 actions.
All right.
So that's my 3 actions.
Yannick.
Yannick is moving into melee range with this creature.
You're already there because it raked you.
In that case, this creature has no weapons on it.
Nope.
I am going to just strike it then. I will just, the longsword just swings around, comes down, ready to lay wrath upon this vile creature.
Swing away.
Alright. You know what? We're just going to go ahead and use a hero point. That was a 7. While not terrible, I'm going to use that hero point up.
Yeah, we're not going to deal with the owlbears. It's going to be fine.
This thing's going to be worse. And I rolled another 7, so that's perfect. So that is a 15 to hit.
15 to hit is not enough, except it is off guard as it's paying attention to the crazy bard around you,
flanked,
and the
yeah.
bard has helped you with his song.
So 18 total.
That is a hit.
All right. So damage is going to be +1 damage there. 6, 10, 11 damage.
Also known as 4 bullets worth, apparently.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Guys laugh now until his head disappears.
Second action is going to be recall knowledge on this creature's resistances. Or just kind of what it is, I suppose. Yeah, I'm more just.
I can tell you it's best. I will tell you its highest and its lowest saving throw, or I can tell you its armor class, or I can tell you any special
Saving
unique
throws.
attacks to it. All right.
Okay, I'm going to make a roll.
Yeah.
Okay, the straight roll is an 18.
So that is a success. It has fortitude at +10, reflex at +4.
Okay, and I will raise my shield.
Okay, done. It is its turn, and and you had fear that whole time, but it still was okay.
Yes.
It was still okay. So now you lose that fear.
+1 versus fear.
All right.
Yes.
It is its turn, and it reaches out and tries to bite your shoulder with big, it's one of those like teeth that are just all like super tight together type mass. It tries to get you on.
No, thank you.
Like a Furby.
Sure. Your shield's out. That may help with a 27 to hit. Is that a critical?
It is not a critical, it is a hit.
All right.
It wouldn't have been a critical either way.
And it does 9 total damage, 3 of that being wholly against you. So
Okay.
9 total damage.
That will put me in at 16.
I concur.
And then it says something in a language you do not know, some sort of crazy dark speech. And you feel the world around you slowing down. Make a fortitude 16 save or be slowed. A level 3 spell.
Okay, fortitude is +8. That's my best save. I rolled a 15, so that'll bring it in at a 23.
Okay. With a 23, you are slowed for 1 round. So
Okay.
you will lose 1 action on your next round. But if you had failed, it would have been the whole battle.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
would
the
be
whole
bad.
battle?
1 less action.
Oof, oh my
That's
gosh.
brutal. But that did not
Would
happen.
have there been a saving throw each round to try to get out of that, or would that just
No.
Wow.
No.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
And if you critically failed, slow 2 for a minute, and if you critically succeeded, unaffected. That's kind of how that 4 success range works with
Got it.
Pathfinder. All right, it is done. Hemlock, Dash, and Galen, in any order you guys want.
I actually rolled initiative ready to prepare for this. I rolled a natural 20. and it's a 28 total for my initiative. Do you guys want to roll too?
I'd say just go
Nope,
for it.
go
That's
for it.
20. Not going to do better.
What would you like
Embarrass
to do?
myself. Jesus.
How far away am I?
You can be one action away to get there.
Okay. I will take one action to close the distance. One action to prepare, knowing that this thing is weak to holy. One action to prepare the exploit vulnerability, unless that carries over from the previous.
It carries over until you do it on a different creature.
Okay, excellent. So knowing that this thing is weak to holy, I've closed distance, and I'm just going to come in sword swinging at the thing.
All right.
All right. And so I have a +1 on the attack roll.
From the song.
From the song.
Of Jericho.
Okay, great. La 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 la. So that is an 19 to hit.
You cut deep into it.
All right, so that does
Your normal damage +3 from your supernatural
That's
weakness discovery.
D8 plus 8.
+1 from the song.
+1 from the song. So that is 5 plus 8 is 13, +1 is 14.
Ooh, okay. That's pretty
Big
darn
hit.
good.
And I will take another swing
Stand
with my
by.
third action. Yeah.
Weakness, exploit, vulnerability, discovery, same weakness. Okay. How much damage one more time?
14.
Okay. It bleeds.
Wait, no, sorry. Yeah, no, it was 14. Yes,
Okay.
it was 14.
It bleeds badly. Blood that is almost blackish, dark red, but almost blackish, spews out and sprays around. The bard dodges it, and it telepathically says into your mind, "The Lord says you die," and you may strike again. 13, I heard. Right?
For damage?
That was the damage.
Yes, okay.
Second roll.
8, I'm sorry. 5 plus 5 is 10 plus 3 is 13, 14. It was 14
14.
points
All
of
right.
damage.
Sorry. Go ahead and do your last action.
That is a 21.
That's
to
another hit. Brutally slicing into this demon.
And that is another 14.
And Galen drops the beast. Wow. And it drops, it holds its innards as they start to spill out. It makes some terrible little and it splats forward, and it is all quiet on the prairie again.
And Yannick's holding his innards in. And he turns towards the owlbears to see if they've
Can't see them from here. They're beyond the hills.
kind of but listening, and there's no apparent commotion. Yeah,
you
Slumbering
hear,
over the
you
hill.
hear nothing.
there's no cawing from over the hill. Yeah.
No.
That was really a scary thing right there.
You look, you don't look so well.
You're perfect for my experiments, you know.
Oh God.
That's right. The
I
fear of
delight in this.
I don't want that.
That's a nasty,
I can heal
grievous wound you have there.
Jericho, could you? I was
No,
just
no, no.
speaking of how
Allow
great your
me.
healing skills were earlier.
Geary approaches and unfurls a leather satchel from his side that rolls away
thank you.
down his
I got
thigh.
one just like that. Let me unfurl that.
And inside is contained several very sharp and shiny implements.
No,
and
thank
in
you.
sudden speed, he
Pass.
whips one out and slashes at your side. You
Son of a
take
bitch.
1d8 points of damage.
Take 1d8 points of damage.
Do I roll my own damage?
Sure.
Sure.
I roll my own damn damage.
You're awake for this procedure, so you're
One.
part of it. Okay.
And what is the advantage of that happening right there?
That adds +2 to my medicine check, and if I succeed, a critical success to the healing.
This is risky surgery, a new feat he picked up.
Risky surgery. And I think I'm an 8. I'll make sure here. Make sure. Yes. And I'm going to hero point that. That's what I'm doing.
Actually,
Right.
treat wounds. You can deal the 1d8 slash. You get a +2 bonus. How we're gonna do this, you don't need to necessarily do that. Might be actually better than you think.
Okay.
You get a critical success because we outside of combat we don't need to go through all that. So
Okay. Yeah, really for the battle.
yeah.
version.
So whatever the amount is that you normally
So
heal,
stabbing me was
Your treat
completely
wounds?
unnecessary.
Treat wounds, yeah.
what is that amount?
No,
If
you stab
on a
yourself.
success,
No, just there's a flat number I've given you.
the treat.
It's That's like one more than you.
You don't remember?
It's 2d8.
No. I've given everyone who has
Yes.
treatment
No.
wounds a number.
Yes, you did.
I wrote 9.
And it's in most cases what your medicine skill is. I think yours might be a little higher.
What is your medicine skill, Christopher?
It's showing it my skill is 8.
All right. 8 trained is 8 hit points you heal per unit. So write that down somewhere.
Okay.
And then, because you did risky, add 2d8 to that. So 8 plus 2d8.
8 plus 2d8.
Yep.
All right.
So roll 2d8.
So the first 8 would bring me back up to 23.
Where are my...
Since the stab took me down to 15.
Just going to roll this 3 times. So you get the 8. You get 10 more to that.
I am fully healed
All right.
by 1 overheal.
Slashes you brutally, but somehow turns into a suture in the same motion.
I kind of like it.
That went as well as to be expected.
Thank you. Now, for
Who else
these-
is injured?
I was the
The
only one.
demon. The demon's very injured.
I don't bother with his kind.
Wow, that's the only other answer.
On the other hand,
the people that the owl bears are eating.
I suggest we put him away. The owlbears will come and search for more food,
Dash would like to
which is
search
why
to
I'm
see
glad we closed the wound.
after this action if there's anyone else that's out and around or anything else that might be have watched or
What is your perception?
4.
You see nothing out of the ordinary.
And I'd like to check this demon because I've never seen one before. I'd just like to poke around, see if there's anything on it.
Okay. You see there is nothing on it, no pouch, no belt, just a loincloth and a bad attitude is all it had.
I'll take its bad attitude.
All
had some
right.
nipple piercings.
I don't know if they were pierced.
It seems foul, smells terrible.
I am bottling up a little of the demonic blood
Okay.
to go into my bag of esoterica.
Oh.
Yannick is giving an unpleased expression at that.
No, I'm going to match
Just
that.
a little unhappy.
That's awkward.
Just hold it up to the light, look through it.
Okay, let's go look at the
I hope
bears.
that gets used
Let's go
for
check the bears
positive
out.
purposes.
Dash just
I
stares.
still, that's so weird that you said bear and it ends up being an owl bear. I just that is like
It's a
the
known-
chances of that happening are
It's
just
a known
insane.
thing. We're in touch with the natural
I mean,
world.
like I swear you pulled that out of your ass. I don't know how that
No,
happened.
my butt is very small.
Well, that's true, and it probably wouldn't fit an owlbear, would it? That'll be quite an uncomfortable
Depends if you get a
experience.
determined owlbear.
Both myself and the owl
Any
bear.
fans looking to make fan art, by the way?
Roll 34.
Man,
We should figure out a way to ambush these owlbears so we can dispatch one as quickly as possible.
Well, this way worked. Me just going up and saying,
This is going to be a challenging encounter.
so that
not-
was going to be a part of the question that I had for you, Meryl.
Oh, hi, Meryl. How you been doing?
Destroying the owlbears. is
That was
not-
amazing.
Thank you. I did nothing.
We know. We saw.
The if we try to take the owlbears one-on-one, it's very, very dangerous, and there may not be a chance of success. However, if you feel that those stones are likely on this wagon, and that was part of what we're here for, was to go collect those, there might be a way that we could retrieve them without massive danger. But my question for you is, do you want us to just retrieve the stones and leave this place never again and warn others of the owlbears that are here?
We're killing the owlbears.
Or should we, and does it have to be that way?
Yes.
But
They
I
are
mean,
dangerous and they're on the road. They're a danger to people, and we are the only ones currently capable of taking care of that. It is our duty to the people of this region to deal with this menace. They've already killed.
But we could bring more. It doesn't have to be
Then we will
just
kill
us.
them too.
No, not bears. We could bring other help, so it's not as challenging.
But they're here now, and we're here now. So we will deal with this now.
Jericho, what do you got?
I could call one of the owl bears over, but not the other one if you want me to.
We will.
I believe we need to ambush the owlbears.
No, I mean I can.
all.
I can call one over, but not the other.
How so?
I can. You know how that demon talked in your. Well, did it talk? It talked in my head. Did it talk?
Yeah, it did.
I can do that to the
It
one
was
of the,
chatting with me a
I
little
can do
bit.
that to one of the owl bears, like a demon. I can talk like a demon in your head.
Can you control it to the point where it'll come
No.
over, not alert its friend?
No, but I could just talk to one and not the other. Then the other one won't know what's going on. And I can. Maybe I could say,
I don't think
Lord Blues, blah, blah,
talking
blah,
to
blah, blah,
beasts
blah.
is going to
Yeah.
do
Are
very
we
much.
seriously considering dealing with the owlbears? Can we leave them
Yannick says
be?
we have to.
No.
So we have to.
We cannot leave the owlbears alone. We must deal with them. They're a menace and a danger to the region.
Huge menace.
It is our obligation to deal with these creatures
It's the
to
right.
make
It's
the
the right thing
place
to do.
safer.
I don't know if the listening audience can see the weird look on Jericho's face. Like it's like sincere, but not sincere at the same exact time. I don't know what to do with it.
Gary conveys
Just
his
accept it,
knowledge
move on.
of owlbears, their viciousness, and notorious nature not to travel alone. But
Absolutely.
they shouldn't be here, but
Are they generally?
Which
more
is why
dangerous
we
than
must
demons?
ambush the
they're
one
dangerous
and
when
kill
they're
it as
feeding.
quickly as possible, so we're only dealing with one owlbear at a time.
What could go wrong?
I knew you'd be in.
A lot could go wrong. We're here with Meryl, who really shouldn't have to deal with owlbears.
We can,
I'm
Correct.
just
He will
offering-
stay out
we
on.
can leave Meryl here.
I don't even like that.
How does Meryl feel about being talked about in the third person?
You can ask him. You just kind of did it right there.
I wonder how Meryl might feel.
That is Galen saying that out loud. Yes, 100%.
With his back turned to him.
What if he could hear us right now? I think you should hide in the bush that the demon was hiding in.
If we cut open its belly, you could crawl inside and be fully hidden.
That is gross.
They're warmer on the inside.
I'll take that bag then back. Yannick. He holds out
Give
his
him.
hand. My satchel, please.
Oh, yeah.
Best if that doesn't go into
And
battle.
then I will give it back to him.
He takes it and goes to a tree with a bush underneath it that was not tainted by a demon.
Let us encircle these beasts, and at a signal, all attack the one with the yellowish tint to it.
In circle?
In
Kind
circle.
of spread out?
Yes. Circle around it.
Okay.
Ambush.
I think a good time to attack would be.
Or
we
at
can all
least
hear
from
the gun.
two sides. So that they are
I can do the
caught
same
in
thing.
crossfire.
I can sneak around.
If you and who else would like to go with?
I can sneak around on the other side.
All right. And
I
then
would
the
like
rest.
to again assert my negative position on attacking owlbears willy-nilly.
You're not really
That is a
fire.
magical word, by the way.
Willy-nilly is magical?
Don't say it out loud.
Why? You
times.
just said it.
I read it in the Book of Eden.
Feel a tingle.
They're
Gary, think
dangerous,
of what.
and even more so after feeding. I will, of course, abide by your ruling on this. I just want you to be aware of the extraordinary danger that we're talking about here.
It's because of the extraordinary danger that we must deal with these creatures.
As you say.
And again, I understand the danger, which is why we must ambush these creatures. Hopefully, eliminate one before the others are aware, and only have one to deal with.
I will prepare my ladder spell.
I'm
Jericho, it's going to be up to you to heal us.
No, I got you.
I do have one new spell in my repertoire, which will require me to be close to Hemlock or Galen when we approach. So if we do this arrangement.
Hemlock and Dash are going their own path, so it would be Galen then.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess it's not a spell that takes care of short people.
Yannick,
All right.
you're giving the signal?
The signal, yes.
I think a good signal would be the gun firing. 'cause
I
it's
will,
super loud.
I will signal to Hemlock. He will fire, and then we will all attack the one with the yellow tint to it on the left, to be clear.
Okay.
All right. Dash and Hemlock take off early and start swinging around to the southern side to approach from a different angle. The rest of you go up that hill, also trying to be as sneakily as you can. As you close in, you get closer and closer with them not paying much attention as they gnaw. You can see off in the distance the kineticist and gunslinger stealthily making their way around the side, not quite getting the full opposite direction, but getting a different angle. And you wanted to cast a spell on Galen?
On Galen's weapon specifically.
Do tell.
It is runic weapon. It requires me to touch the weapon if he allows me to do so.
And this lasts for 1
You
minute.
want to touch my
1
weapon?
minute. Yes, so start of the battle, preferably. And this applies, is it smiting? I forget what it was called.
Striking.
Striking 1. Lesser striking 1, I think is what it's called.
So this is crazy powerful, known pre-remaster. If anyone knows Pathfinder, that was magic weapon. Now it's called runic weapon. So what we need to do before you cast that spell is determine timing. So let's have Jericho and you, Agiri, roll your stealth versus the two weakest in the other group, which is Dash and Hemlock, who are pretty damn stealthy. We're comparing these 4.
Okay.
And this will matter. So, Jericho, I need you to roll stealth, please.
Done. Oop, out of the thing.
We're looking for the lowest
That's
roll.
fine. Just looking for what I add to my 2.
Did you have a hero point?
Your stealth. Okay. Hemlock, what'd you get?
25.
All right. Dash.
Did you have a hero point?
17's the loudest of the group on the far side. And Agiri, what did you roll?
22.
Highly recommend
Great.
it.
Jericho?
3.
Okay.
Not going to use that hero point?
Not for stealth.
Nope, it's okay.
So, as you're thinking about Cat just a little closer, a
Yes.
little closer, there's a loud snap of a branch, and Jericho exclaims quickly, "Oh crap!" And then both of the owlbear heads rotate 360 degrees and point at Jericho in alarm, and they rear up with a roar, and they both start galloping. So you may cast your spell, but it will be part of your actions to cast.
Understood.
the spell.
Okay.
So the
Why
beasts are
use a hero
closing in.
points?
We have a battle on our hands with a battle map available to see. I'm activating it now for our tech to
Strike well and true, my friend.
instantly get up.
Can't do worse than I've already done.
And you'll have to read the spell.
Yeah, I got it ready. And what we have on this battle map is a wagon with a dead horse, a couple dead bodies, and 2 owlbears. There are 2 groups of heroes, one to the south, and that is a distance of a lot. So it's so big.
So big.
About 200 feet away to the south, whereas to the northeast with Dash and Hemlock, it is about 160 feet, so a little bit closer over there. But they don't see you guys. They are charging towards the Bard and the group that they saw down south. And that is what they're going to be doing. So we're going to get some initiative going here in just a second on this huge, open, expansive battlefield.
This will be fun.
I'm so excited for this opportunity.
Have we ever, as bards, have we ever fought an owlbear?
Nope. Oh,
No.
yes. Maybe no.
I've never fought an owlbear in
No.
red.
I was told
This is the first
owlbears
time
don't
Neither have
exist
I.
before.
I've never fought an owlbear and lived.
But now
I have the
owlbears
most
suddenly
experience.
exist.
If that's what you wanted.
They escaped from the zoo in Merscon.
Do owlbears exist in your plane of existence, Hemlock? Did you bring them?
No.
Are these your
Hey, look,
owlbears?
there's me.
All right, just reloading my map here. One
is a
second.
It's a
Big
beast
map.
of a mat, man.
Yeah.
What size are these creatures? Large, I presume.
They are large.
Do you see the
Bear
This,
big
this
black
battle is brought to you by the next clean pair of
Rhombus.
underwear that Agiri's going to put on.
All right, grabbing everybody and then adding them to the encounter. Let's see if it adds our cool cards or not. It does! We are rolling initiative. And first up with 30 on their initiative rolls are the Owlbears. And they're not seeing on their screen. Do me a favor and right-click on the double swords, Derek. Right-click on the double swords and then drag that to where the players can see who's next on initiative. Great. Fantastic. Owlbears are going first, and they are racing. Not racing, but going pretty fast. Normal move speed of 25.
Hey, Derek, I'm so sorry. Would it be possible to move that over to the right-hand side? It's just where it's always been and will be more comfortable for me. Thank you.
And
Thanks
they
for saying,
charge.
man. I was feeling it. I was like, I'll deal.
They charge across the prairie, and it is Galen's turn.
Wait, they're charging towards us?
Yes, because you're with the bard, and
Oh,
he made the noise.
Okay. Giri, I'm assuming you
luck
said
with this
something
map,
to me
Derek, by
about
the way.
casting the spell, right?
No, actually.
Fuck. Okay.
Well, actually, I would have to have or contact with your weapon, so you'd have to know what I was doing.
Yeah, you know he wants to do something with your weapon.
You could delay. There's a couple of good actions.
Yeah,
Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is
If you do delay until after a Giri's action, it won't actually change your initiative versus the owlbears.
Yeah,
You'll
I'll
still
have
be
any
acting in the
effect.
same
Yeah.
pathway as them. So
So a delay is 2 actions, right?
No, that's
delay is
readying
none.
for a circumstance. You can just say,
Oh,
I'm going to
okay.
delay, and someone is finished. I'm jumping in, and that's my new initiative.
Okay, so but I can take like 2 of the 3 actions I have and then
Nope.
delay? No.
You can delay your whole turn, or you can ready and lose 2. I wouldn't ready. I would just delay. That way you get all
delay
your
until
actions.
after a Giri, let him do his thing, and then you'll have all 3 of your actions to
Agreed.
play with. Or
Do it.
or do your thing.
Yeah.
No. How far did it look to me like they were able to move with that turn? Like, how
Your speed, 25 feet.
okay.
Also,
about us.
there's a glimmer in Agiri's eye that this spell kicks ass. I will share that much.
Okay. Yeah. Galen's gonna
Give
just
me your weapon.
hunker down and hold the sword out like this in preparation.
All right, you are delaying your turn.
Hold the sword out like what for our listening audience?
Yeah. So left-handed, draws the sword. Giri
You gonna hold the
obviously
blade
standing
towards him?
nearby. Yeah. He's gonna lay hands on the
Sure.
blade and just
Stylish.
watching the owlbears very intently, but
that's
holding
cool.
the sword off to the side, waiting for Giri's touch.
Okay, owlbears are essentially, we have almost a V-like shape, and the bears were in the middle of that vertex, but they are now heading in a different direction than Dash and Hemlock. Hemlock, what are you doing? They're running away.
Your
from
next
you.
song should be named A Giri's Touch.
I want to move. 50
Or here's where we
50
buried a
feet.
Giri.
All right, hold on. What's that?
I want to move 50 feet towards them,
Okay.
and then what's my range?
And don't you get the 10 feet?
Yeah, he gets
As well?
Yeah, get 10 feet free movement at
so
the start.
60 feet.
All right.
Move 60 feet towards them.
Just go to the keep going. There's 60.
And then what's my range to the nearest one?
105.
Okay, what's that going to do to my my range is normal range is 60 feet for my pistol. What's that going to do to my
Your range increment 60? I thought it was 30.
no 60?
Really?
Yeah,
What's the weapon?
a dueling pistol.
It's way better than I thought. I think you are a bald face. You are not lying. Range 60. That's fantastic.
Yeah. So what's that going to do to my multiplier? What's that going to do?
Negative
So
2?
it's 0 to 60 is no penalty. 60 to 120 is -2.
What's
Not an issue at all.
no?
This is your last action, firing away.
14.
14 on the closest owlbear is a miss. That was Hemlock. It's a Giri the Priest.
Giri, seeing the weapon presented before him, traces an intricate set of symbols across the top as though it were etching intentionally into the blade. It flashes to a brilliant light and fades away, but the runes remain, and you have your
The runic weapon on it. So this is a +1 striking weapon, so you get a +1 item bonus to every attack roll for essentially the rest of this battle for 1 minute. And you do an additional weapon damage die.
Whoa!
So what's your normal damage roll?
D8.
D8, so it's 2d8 plus whatever you naturally add, not doubling the modifier, but the
Yeah.
additional die is huge.
What happens if there's a critical there?
Everything.
It will double.
I love it.
Everything.
Wow. Nice.
That's why it's nice. And then a question for you, Jericho. Your song, which you haven't sung yet, what type of bonus does it apply? Is it a status bonus?
Status bonus.
So that would also stack because that's an item bonus. It can get really, really cool with that. So that is on, and you have one more action, Nagiri.
I am waiting.
Your turn is done then.
Yep.
Okay. With your turn done, it is...
Galen, are you going to take your...
Nope. I am going to delay and allow Jericho to go.
Jericho.
All right. I'm once again going to call out. These are the owl bear, but don't have an owl scare. Be courageous. And do once again.
Love this sound.
Thank you so much. I'm going to have my lingering composition into a courageous anthem, trying to bring them great joy, and it is a fail. I rolled a natural 2, so it just lasts one round.
Yeah, so the spell works. It just doesn't get extended duration.
I did not make it linger. So you do all have a +1 status bonus to attack rolls, damage rolls, and saves versus being afeared. That is action number 1. And then I'm going to use 2 actions to head due north, actually. Perfect, not towards the bears, but perfectly due north. And I'm going to head my movement. So I'm heading directly 50 feet.
Come back!
Due north.
Don't go! Jesus.
Okay.
Oh, I'm learning to be bold.
Galen jumping in, otherwise Yannick.
Yeah, I will jump in at this point.
All right.
So the
Permanently
first
moving your initiative to there. Go for it.
Oh, and the 2 people on the far north do not have my
Yeah.
bonus.
What's your range on that?
60.
60, yeah.
Yeah, too far away.
60 feet centered on you, or from the position
From when
you
I cast it.
Okay.
At the moment I cast it, if it hits
You
you,
get the
it
60 foot
sticks to
emanation,
you.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Great. Oh, it sticks to you. So if I move, I can move more than 60 feet, and
Yeah,
it's still
you can go a mile away.
You
and it
still heard that
sticks
song.
Yeah, yeah.
You
yeah.
got this.
All right. So again, taking a moment to center himself, Galen reaches out and attempts to connect with the owl bear that is charging and read its
Exploit.
exploit. Yes, read its exploit.
Read
That's
its
what I'm doing.
exploit.
Yeah.
All right.
Understand it on a deeper level.
Make an esoteric lore roll.
That is 21.
That is a success against the owl bear. And you're looking for any weakness that your supernaturalness connects to. There is none. So you get a bonus of 3 to any strikes of damage.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. And that, I don't think that's typed, though, is it? It is just a weakness to it.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's a
basically,
weak, so it's fine. Yeah, that'll stack with everything else. All right.
okay. All right. Cool.
Jesus.
So that is show me what 25 feet of movement looks like.
Let's go to the tape.
All right.
We need those the highlight, the electronic highlights.
Oh, the refs are getting together. They're really thinking about this call right here.
Okay, so I'll move there, and then with Yannick kind of right next to me, I'll just turn to you and say, Yannick, let's hold here.
Yes. He needs to get back behind us.
Well, yeah, while the bard is
Way
Running
ahead.
away.
Yes.
Okay, is that it?
I think
Speaking of which, for funeral purposes,
Oh!
what's the range to the bard from me, from Agiri to the bard?
You can just drag him and then right click.
55, it looks like.
50. You chose a spot. Nice. No, you're good.
So with my last action, I'm actually going to do pull from the satchel that I carry with all my esoterica in it, the scroll tether. Is there a range on
Tether?
that?
There certainly is. 30 feet. One creature.
I will not be doing that. I will hold.
But you can get it out. It will still take 2 actions to cast beyond that. So you can hand it out right now, and it allows you to do it even in an occupied hand.
might cast it on the bard.
All right, so you got it out
No,
now,
yeah,
and
we're
it is. I'm sorry, Yannick's turn.
I still can't believe he said bear. Where the hell is he going? Jericho, get back here! We're making our stand over here, not over there! Get back! And I raise my shield.
Okay. Dash.
Actually, I will step forward 10 feet close to Galen there. Yeah, just like one box away from him, so just to the left, one. And I will stay there and raise my shield.
And by the way, fans on chat say that owlbears like snuggles, not war. So that's their special.
Come snuggle with me!
That's what I'm going for. I'm a snuggler, not a fighter.
To you.
So when Dash and Hemlock went up, we split, right? So we could surround the owlbears?
Yep.
Am I next to Hemlock or am I away from him?
Hemlock ran off.
I ran off.
But when we came into the map,
You were right. You're
I,
right on.
I shouldn't have been next to him. We should have gone up.
No, I had you two together by the
okay.
time the trap was sprung.
Got it.
You didn't have time to split up because of some incidental.
Oops.
It was nice of you calling it a trap. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's more like DoorDash right now.
All right, so Dash is gonna do what he does and dash in 60 feet.
Yannick, hold the line! Oh, damn it! No, it's the other way. No, I'm wrong. He's up there. Never mind.
Yeah. They should be fine.
All right.
I just need Jericho to fall back.
And is the owlbear within 60 feet, or it was further out, right?
Yeah, that's like
It was 105.
Perfect. Dash continues his third action and dashes in another 30 feet.
Another 30. Oh, because you're on all fours with your special rat
Right.
running.
Rat run. Rat run, rat
That's
run.
it.
Rat, run, run.
All right.
Activate impulses in a little bit.
All right. It is start of a new turn. There is an owl bear there. You're getting a little close. I'm gonna make a perception roll for this thing. And
Yannick is making noise at least.
I'll make a perception roll, and I will
Yeah,
get
we
a-
all heard you.
Yeah.
Get back.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, if it gets a 21 or more on its perception roll, it will take interest in the closest enemy, which is Dash, getting very close. Its perception roll, what?
No shit.
No. Rolled a 2, and with the modifier is not enough. It is continuing to head south towards the champion and major crew.
So it rolled a 2, and with its modifier 21, just barely missed you.
Only a plus 18.
Owls can see really well.
I mean, they do have 30 on their initiative rolls, so that is
over
a
there.
bit concerning.
Nah, I'm sure that was just luck. They both criticaled.
And they are charging in. One around a little bush, another heading straight. They're maybe 40, 50 feet away from the main group of 4 heroes to the south. That's all they've got. They are continuing to roar as they cover the ground quickly. And it is...
Slow motion, just sod throwing
Yeah.
through the sky. All I hear is like, this is bad, this is bad.
I think I'm going to reload and then move 25 feet towards the owl bears.
Are we getting into long-range pistol firing and all?
I don't know. What's my range?
60.
Tell me it's 120.
Yeah, it is 120. 60 and 120, right?
We'll see. And then you can right-click right
125.
there, and it goes away.
Is it really 125?
Apparently. So that's -4. Every +1 matters.
I'll move as my third action. I'll move 25 more feet.
Okay, trying to catch up to the bears. Geary, down to the south.
No
Left
one's
behind.
take. I am delaying my turn.
Okay, but it's a trend. Jericho.
How far away am I from that closest one right there? What does that say?
6-0.
That's a terrifying moment to see him pick you up and just drag you to the
60.
ground.
Then I'm gonna that bush
Get
that's just to the north of me
behind
there.
me.
See that bush that's there? I'm gonna
Get
move.
behind me.
I'm gonna move into that bush that's right up there
All right.
for my movement. That's 25, and then I'm gonna take cover.
Physically painful for me. Watching him go. No!
I'm trying to get closer to my friends with the guns.
Turn around! Come back!
I'll take cover in there.
Okay.
Trying
Done.
to get close to me.
It is
He's
Galen.
gonna be the
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's right there.
All right,
you
what's
should
the-
be really close
what's
to
the
him, like
distance?
right behind him.
I don't know about that spell.
All right, Galen's turn. What are you
Still be
doing?
right
What is the
behind
distance? 75 feet. Okay. 50. Okay. I'm going to move 25 feet towards. And then I'm going to prepare an action.
Going to ready an action.
Yes.
So you need to describe a trigger.
So can the trigger be this thing comes within melee distance of me?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will ready a strike against this thing as it closes into melee distance with me.
Okay. You prepare an action that will occur outside your turn. Choose a single action or free action. So it would be a strike. Designate a trigger. You've done that. Your turn is now done. If it triggers before the start of your next turn, you get to do that one action.
Okay.
Interestingly, as a reaction. So that might affect you, Chris, since you consume a lot of reactions if you're willing
Yeah.
to do this. All right. Anyways,
How far away are the owlbears from Galen? Not from me.
They're 50 feet away.
50 feet. So that's 2 movements, so they'll get 1 attack.
it's Yannick's turn.
I am going to step up 25 feet up and to the right of Galen, actually. Back and a little bit more. Yep. Right there. Perfect. And then I'm going to throw my javelin. Distance to owlbear? 60 feet? All right. One javelin is coming out towards an owlbear.
Derek just killed you.
And
it's within your range?
yeah, it'll be at a -2.
Okay.
A total of 20 though.
Wow.
21 with the status.
21 with the status bonus.
21 pierces the owlbear.
Excellent. And that rolled out. That is going to be a total of 5 points of damage.
All right. It hits the owlbear in the front,
Yeah.
front
No,
chest area, and as
Six.
it runs, it gallops and it snaps off. But it does take 6 damage.
And I will raise my shield.
Okay.
I am currently unarmed with my
Geary
shield.
would like to go
Geary.
as soon as able.
Go for it. Stepping back into initiative.
We're running up to my full distance. I want to be back about 10 feet or so from the 2 melee heroes here, Galen and Yannick.
Full distance is 30 feet, 25 feet.
25 per movement. He's 25.
Your move speed's 25. How many actions do you want to spend?
If I can get to where I said,
With 2.
That's 2
with
actions.
2, that'll be fine. And what's my range from that point to the owlbears?
65 feet.
70 feet probably.
60.
60?
Yeah.
I think
We're
I can
gonna do
lash
it all
out
next
with a...
Perfect.
I'm attacking with a...
Did you just get within range?
I just got within range. I'm attacking with my needle darts, which I think has a range 60 on it.
That's a spell called Needle Darts.
It's a cantrip called needle darts.
I see it. Range 60. You shape 3 needles out of a piece of metal in your possession. We assume you have something like that.
A
And
coin.
send them flying towards the target. Make a spell attack roll.
Attack roll is 13.
13 is a miss.
Okay, well, I tried.
Okay. That is that. It is Dash's turn.
All right. So the owlbears keep running away from me. How far is it right now? What's that say?
120?
120.
Even?
Dash is 60 feet in.
Guys in the north are just trying to catch
Yeah,
up.
this is dumb sneaking around.
We should do this again.
No.
And then when I plan to get close enough, I could feel it, and I activate my elemental impulse and throw a big dart of slashing air at it.
Slashing air? All right. That is 60 feet away.
It has a basic reflex save.
Reflex save. What's its target?
It needs to be DC 18.
DC 18. It got a 12.
It gets 2 points of slashing damage.
Stumbles
out
into
of the
it
air.
and takes 2 points of damage. All right, it is their turn. Bear number 1 comes running straight in towards Galen, and as it does so, it does screeching advance for 2 actions.
Did it get within melee range?
So my reaction, does it trigger before or after it does its thing?
That's a great
Yes.
question.
Oh, it does both. Get 2.
It's a great question. I just had it open here. If the treasure designated for the star you provided, you can't really. That does apply. Does ready trigger. There it is. There's my question. Quickly looking this up because it has an impact. It's going to happen after.
Oof. Okay.
So it gets, and you said get within melee range as your trigger, right?
Yep.
Okay, so it's doing screeching advance, so it moves and a screeching advance, so all its actions will be done by the time it gets there, and it makes a horrific, blood-curdling screech that sounds like something. Okay.
This man knows
We
how
want to apologize right now to everyone who just listened to that.
Those
And
are baby owlbears.
And
How do we translate that into the episode title?
and
Horrific screech.
all 4 heroes to the south must contend with this horrific screech that terrifies you in your presence. You must make a will, don't make it yet, a will save. Your DC is 20, but I believe you are all affected by a song sung by the bard,
versus
which
fear.
has a rare +1 versus fear.
And this
So,
is a
Will save versus 20 with the blood-curdling screech. 4 heroes on the bottom.
That is
Exactly 20.
a
Yep.
25.
If you succeed, you are frightened 1.
Frightened 1.
If you fail, you are frightened 2.
And that's a -1 on all
Yep.
actions. Okay.
So you're only plus 13 to hit now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
That's all your checks, and that's not damages though, but it'd be any attack roll, and it includes DCs like armor and everything like that. It's pretty much everything.
Jeez.
All right. The other,
I'm sorry, did that owlbear get within melee
and
range?
now it's yes.
Okay.
You may do your trigger
Awesome. So I will be rolling.
And you said that was a fear 1 applying?
if you passed.
If you passed.
10.
Out there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think right now I have a total of a +3 to hit on the bonuses that are active right now.
I
No, you had
disagree.
plus-
you have
yeah.
+5 is what you have.
What?
Well, there's a -1 on the fear.
Okay, +4 then.
Okay,
So what's your normal modifier to hit?
9.
Okay, so then it would be 8 with the fear. The imbued weapon makes it 10.
And then the Courageous
And then the
Anthem makes it
Courageous Anthem
11.
Makes it 11.
Makes it 11. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then your tracking of the weakness. You
That's
create
right.
a
That's,
weakness for a
that's
+3.
damage.
Oh, that is
okay.
just damage.
Oh, that's
yes.
damage. Sorry, I misunderstood.
Good luck.
All right. I'm going to use a hero point.
All that
All of that.
That's better. So that is a 28.
28 is a hit.
Not a critical?
It is not a critical.
Come on! All right. Well, I'm still rolling 2D.
That's not happy. He's all about the crits.
I'm still rolling 2d8 plus 5 on this. So 3 and 4 is 7 plus 5 is 12.
Okay.
Even with the +3 for the.
Oh yeah, and then the other +3 is 15.
15. Okay. You make a nice slash across the owlbear that rears up with blood spraying out.
Yeah.
It shrieks again, but you're
Oh.
resistant to it.
+1 damage for the Courageous Anthem as well.
I took that into
Okay.
account.
All
yes.
right.
Yeah.
And
It is.
at the close of his round, his fear goes away, right?
Yeah. No, it's not Galen's turn.
Yeah, this is my reaction.
Oh, this was reaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. It is the other owlbear's turn, and it is closing in on the bard in the bushes.
Don't just.
The cover, unfortunately, does not help versus melee attack, and it comes charging right at you and strikes with its talons
In response, I will use empathetic plea.
What does that do?
The way I cringe or use those puppy dog eyes I've been practicing elicits an empathetic response in the attacker against one that I have not taken a hostile action, which I have not. I will attempt a diplomacy check against his will DC.
They are known for their empathy.
Please, Mr.
And diplomacy.
Owlbear, I'm just a little happy.
So as he comes up, I just kind of cower even smaller, and my eyes go somewhat unnaturally large, a la Puss in Boots.
Perfect.
And I'm just like,
Look like another tasty critter.
please don't hit me.
Okay.
I did not roll very well, though. I rolled, my total is 11.
And it swipes mercilessly against you with a 32 to hit.
That is a critical hit.
Wow, that's a big hit.
24 points of piercing damage.
Oh, I'm fine. I saw 4.
Oh, the bard is
I
slashed,
concur.
pierced brutally with talons. All right. And that is going to be it. Oh, it also is, as it pierces with the talons, it's trying to grip you. And it's going to try and grab onto you unless you move out of there next turn.
Okay.
Little
On a
FYI.
side note, if you don't mind a quick interruption, I'm seeing a health value on those. Are those intentional, or should they not be appearing?
You should see a bar.
Yeah, it's a bar of how
I
much
just want
health
to
they
make
have
sure
left.
that
Yeah,
you know, if it's okay.
that
to
we
know
should
their
be
health.
seeing that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
we don't have an exact count, but
Yeah.
we have a
General.
idea.
Okay.
All right.
cool.
That's nice. It corresponds to like a wounded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, be able to tell just through different.
All right. It is Hemlock's turn.
Hemlock would like to move 50 feet. And then give, what's my range? It's got to be within 60, yeah?
Gotta be within 60.
Yep.
5.
A 24.
24 is a hit.
4 points of
4 points.
piercing or bludgeoning.
Okay, that's a hit. It is Jericho. You're right next to this beast. You have been badly hurt.
Well, first off, I think more of my friends than I do myself. So the first thing is, I'm again.
Jericho, get behind me!
You're not listening to my
Get out of there! Get out! Get out of there!
I do just want to quickly see how soft he is. 'Cause I've been
Okay.
curious all my life. But I am going to, again, attempt to keep my lingering composition in the courageous anthem going for my friends.
All right.
For my first action.
Okay.
Go with that. And again, it's just going to go one turn.
You got to use a
'Cause
different die.
I rolled a
That
natural
is-
3.
That is a 2, a 3,
That's
and a
60
3 on
feet
that
though
one.
now, right?
It is 60 feet.
Okay.
So whoever's within 60 feet of
It
me
went
will
silent.
gain that
What
bonus.
happened?
Does it get dash?
Are you
Is
outside
dash
of
within
60?
60?
Yeah, correct.
I love this song.
And
Weight is. Yeah.
No, Hemlock
Hemlock.
isn't.
Hemlock is not within 60.
Had to have him measure that.
We've been 5 feet away this whole.
Derek is
friggin-
nothing of not accurate.
yeah, that is entirely correct. I am right up next to this guy. So
Fall back!
seeing him, hearing him say that, just
Makes you
want
wanna draw up a new
makes
character.
me want
I
to
understand,
just stay
totally.
here and pet this thing. But I will because that hurts super bad, and I just saw my spleen for the first time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move back to the south and slight east and try to get in the middle of this triangle of friendlies that I see. Using 2 actions to get into the right in the middle of the all 3 of them. I see that, yeah, right there.
Before he does that, I want to ask this question: are there reactions and opportunity attacks?
Those exist in the game, yes.
Okay.
Most creatures don't have them.
Don't
Yeah,
get
I just want to make that.
No, I'm
up there,
fully
but just
aware
in
of all
case.
that.
All right.
Because I keep yelling at him. he's gonna come
So
back.
and that's exactly that spot. That's 2 actions for me to get there.
Yep. I believe you are done.
That is it.
Okay. Derek, who gets a hero point?
If you say Jericho,
Then you are the greatest ever.
Go
Galen gains a hero point, and it
bonus.
is
Why do you hate me like that?
You're not listening to everybody.
it is
You gotta
Galen's
listen.
turn.
Those are the ones.
Jericho, your fear has dropped to 0.
That is
You're not
correct.
feared anymore.
Sorry, you said it was my turn?
Yes.
Okay, so to catch this creature off balance, once again, I will flash the mirror implement, catching the sunlight and momentarily flashing in its eyes before I reappear behind it. So that is one action to mirror image myself on the other side of it. And then I will make a slashing strike at it.
All right. It is off guard -2 off of its armor class.
All right, and so this is a total now. I'm still have the -1 from the fear, but I think I miscalculated last time. I actually have a
Let's not get a copyright strike.
plus
Come on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a plus 5 -1 is 4, so plus 4 plus 9 is 13. So plus 13 to hit. And that is a 24.
That's a hit, but not a
It's a hit.
critical. I learned that one.
That is
Yeah,
correct.
me too.
And
2d8 plus.
And
Yeah,
it's-
I said 20. I said plus 13, right?
And I just want to make
Yeah.
sure +1 from the spell, +1 from the song.
Plus 3
For the sword,
for the etching, right?
+2 for flanking.
It's +1
No,
for the sword.
the sword is +1.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had a plus 3 down here for some
+3 is
reason.
damage.
Your
Yeah.
special
Your
vulnerability.
You're
damage.
esoteric.
But that's an item bonus, then status bonus, and then another negative.
They
2.
all stack. It all
Yeah, for the
works right now.
circumstance bonus for flat-footed.
Right, with plus 13.
I take care of that.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
it should be
gotcha.
+2 onto whatever your normal attack modifier is.
Yeah, okay, so that's
Sorry about all the math.
21.
21?
Yep.
Is a hit
And so that'll be 2d8 plus 8 striking damage.
with the runic blade.
Yep. So that is 8. And 5 is 13. Plus 8 is 21.
22.
5 plus
No, 13 plus 8 is 21.
21.
Yep.
All right.
But it-
Brutal.
I still say
strike.
22.
Galen, your fear has gone away.
No, he's still going.
I still have one more action.
Settle down.
And this thing looks
Do my job.
rather. Yeah, it's taking a beating. Since I prepared that scroll earlier, it's only these
It'll
things.
take 2 actions to cast that.
Yeah, no. Well, it's a 1 action for -5 speed, or 2 actions for -10.
What are you talking about?
The scroll of tether. It's a 1 action cast for -5 or a 2 action cast for -10.
Oh, it has optional things
Yeah,
on
yeah.
there? Oh, okay, maybe I had that wrong.
But I'm not going to cast either one of those. I'm just going to strike at the thing again.
All right.
So instead of let's see, so -5 from 13 is 8. Thank you. That's 18 to hit.
18 to hit is a miss. Off guard is a miss. Yep.
Okay.
And I don't show any, by the way, actions variants for tether. I just show 2
Interesting.
actions.
Okay.
Okay. We are to the champion, kind of between the 2 creatures.
Yeah, kind of Yannick seeing Galen just sort of starting to shred this thing, knowing if he goes to the left and engages it, he's leaving the flank open for Jericho and Aguirre to potentially take for the owlbear to reach them. So he's give me the distance to the owlbear to our north there, just to get the square before it. 25 feet.
20.
20. I will move there, and I can grapple a creature larger than myself.
You can.
I
Let me
will-
double check. It is large.
I will grapple the owl bear.
I've been training all week for this.
Hell is about to happen. All right.
Gonna put it in a chicken wing.
Uh-huh.
There's a catch.
Uh-huh.
A big old catch. You must have at least 1 free hand.
I threw my javelin. I never drew my longsword.
And it works. Okay, that takes 1 action.
Because I raised my shield as my final action and specifically
Nice.
did not
I don't
draw
think
my
you
sword.
can make it that far. The balls of steel's got to be dragging you along.
All right. This counts as an attack for
Give me a hug. I told you like cuddles.
counts as an attack for any multiple attack penalties. That's not a thing here. Make an athletics check versus its fortitude DC.
Well, that's a big one.
And it's going to be a 14.
That was a very large eyes look.
You fail.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all.
Yep, that was my second action.
Okay.
As my third, I will raise my shield.
All right. Shields up. Acolyte Agiri.
Just grab at its feathers.
Actually, it would have been a 15 with the +1 status bonus.
You fail.
Okay.
A little less.
The light's on.
There is a little bit of healing. Fortunately, within range, it spares me some good stuff here. So this will be healing to our bard, which will come to 10 life to you.
That +1, by the way, would not count from his song on that. It's an attack against multi-attack penalties, but it's not a...
It's not an attack roll.
I take it back. We'll play that as is. That
Okay.
might actually work.
Cool.
I gently push my pancreas back into my abdomen.
It's an athletics check. It's not an
Okay,
attack roll.
gotcha.
Okay.
Copy that.
All right.
Is the battle medicine singular or 2 action?
Battle medicine.
Is 1 action. So we will engage in some of that as well. That'll be
Do you have to
just
roll
a
1d8
flat
of
8. That'll
damage?
just be a d8. Flat 8, actually, isn't it?
If
Yeah.
you succeed, it's going to be treat wounds. It's 2d8.
2d8 and a success.
Yeah.
All right. Boom, boom, boom. That's going to fail.
Okay.
That's it for that.
A critical failure by chance?
No. No critical fail or anything.
15 was your DC.
15?
Yeah.
And I critically fail.
Oh.
Even with your bonus? With your medicine bonus?
2d. No, I don't. Sorry, you're right. Yeah, I'm looking at the die roll.
Okay,
Right.
that would be good. Otherwise, you would have dealt 1d8
Yes.
points of damage. Okay, is that it for Gary?
Gary's completed. And Galen's fear goes away, and my turn is done.
Dash to the north, quite some distance still. He's huffing and puffing.
So I'm 60 feet away from the owlbear, or is it more than that now?
75.
I'll hold him here for you, Dash! Keep coming!
Dash will dash, and he moves in 30 feet.
30.
And from there, he'll do kind of a whirlwind flip with his arms and fire an aerial boomerang made of air, zapped right towards the owl beast, who again has a basic reflex save.
An aerial boomerang. All right, goes 60 feet out, right?
Correct.
There we go. I put it on the map for you. And a reflex save, I heard.
Correct. Basic.
The creature tries to get out of the way with a 13.
It fails. It's less than 18. It takes 8 points of electrical damage.
Ooh.
Or sorry, I'm reading 5. I wanted it to be 8. 5 points.
5 points. It takes
Electrical
it.
damage.
And that is now spinning in the air and ready to come back, I think, at your next turn.
Correct.
All right. It is Owlbear Mania, and there is one owlbear right now that is facing a Galen, and on the other side of it, a Galen.
How far away am I from Galen?
25 feet and 35 feet.
Yeah.
It swipes at the current Galen that it was originally in front of it with its talons to strike, and that is a 27 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay. And it does 11 points of piercing damage. It spends an action to grab you, and you are now, it's going to try and make a grab. It attempts to grapple you. It's going to make an athletics versus, we just had this up a second ago. There it is. It's making athletics. What's your fortitude save plus 10?
17.
17, and it got an 18. You are now grabbed, so you are off guard and you cannot move from that space. You can still attack and do things.
Okay.
If you do anything manipulative, like casting a trigger spell, you have a flat 5 or less to fail.
Okay.
You can also try and escape, or you can sit there and strike away with no penalty.
Yeah, I think this thing's going to be surprised.
Okay.
My turn.
All right. For its final action, it rotates its head around and bites at the Galen that's behind it, not knowing what the hell is going on.
Did it get its flat-footed? Oh no, it's just to its AC. It doesn't attack.
And this is this is actually a minus because the grapple is a penalty for it. 17 to hit
Does
you.
not hit.
Cannot bite you on that one. There is another beast, another owlbear. This one is less wounded, and it is next to the paladin with the shield up.
Shield is raised.
All right,
AC
and
21.
It just tears repeatedly with its talons over and over and over again with a 33 to hit.
That'll be a critical hit.
And the paladin has been hit for 20 points of piercing damage.
That will leave me with 12. It's quite a. There's a grunt involved in that somehow. Maybe a
don't
little
forget,
bit
you
of
have
a.
your shield up. You can burn a reaction to absorb stuff.
Yeah, I will do that. I think I can absorb 5.
5.
Yes,
That's your
so I will
hardness.
absorb 5, which will leave my hit points at 17. I think that will be a good
You
one.
subtract the
Shield
shield's
takes 5.
hardness,
Yes.
and then you and the shield both take the remaining amount of damage, not split,
Okay.
which could destroy the shield. So maybe this isn't the one to do it.
What is my shield's hardness?
What type of shield is it?
Steel.
507.
It has a hardness of 5.
So what does that mean there?
So your 20 goes down to 15.
Mm-hmm.
You both split it.
You both take
7,
that
7.
damage.
It's gone.
All right.
The shield should have more than.
Yeah, it's not the
just-
hardness,
There
it's
it
the
is.
hit points
It's
of
the
the
hit
shield.
points. The
point.
shield has hit
So
points.
what was the damage?
20.
20. So then both you and the shield would take 15.
15.
So which is great for you. The shield will then be broken, not destroyed, but not usable as a shield anymore because it has 10 hit points before it's broken. Great for repeated light attacks or one big save. That's how you have to do it.
All right, I will accept the damage.
Good. Here comes another one.
Cool.
27 as another talon comes in.
That will hit.
You have been hit for 13 points of piercing damage.
I will use the shield to
Well done.
absorb some of that damage.
So the shield absorbs 5. Both you and the shield take 8. So
Yeah.
make note, your shield is down to 12 hit points. If it gets down to 10, it's no longer functional.
And I am down to 4
Ooh.
hit points.
And there's a third swipe of blood-covered talons on the champion, holding off this last one all alone, and that is a 16 to hit.
That will miss.
And it misses. Brutal action to the north.
See the champion sort of stumble back after taking quite a prolific blow.
And it is Hemlock's turn.
Hemlock
only
is
get
going
2
to reload and shoot and reload. 16 to hit
16 to hit is a miss.
and reload.
All right.
Hemlock is done.
Hemlock is having a great battle. Jericho.
Oh, that's true. I have an extra hero point. I'm gonna do that.
Instead of
Sorry.
that roll.
Instead of that crap roll of a 6.
Here it comes.
An 18 to hit.
18 is a miss.
Goodness.
His song is out of range.
they were out of range.
Yeah.
They're out of range.
Jericho.
Again, Jericho calls out in a somewhat trembling song to his nearby compatriots, attempting to call out their courage with a lingering composition attempt, which would be a 17.
You finally succeed and get those notes.
So this one's going to last for 3 rounds.
all
But still
Is,
to the
is
people
Seth
who are
leaving
within-
the game right now? He's done. He's done.
He's gonna go find a real gun.
He has left the studio. Holy cow.
And then, how far away is...
You ran away to do that song from where we were at, so we still can't hear you. Is that what I'm hearing for the next 3 rounds?
You still can't.
Okay, great.
And how far away is the champion of Carahel from me? 30 feet. Well, that happens to be the range of a spell that I have to soothe his aching body. As I saw him take the big hits, and I have felt those hits, so I'm going to use my last 2 actions to cast Soothe and attempt to soothe his weary soul.
What are you doing?
Playing some music.
The priest casts jealousy.
This is my scene.
Oh, I don't
This is
heal.
my
I sing.
Oh,
It's just like...
You see those toes that you're stepping all over?
All right, and it's only 5 hit points.
Best healer in the group.
There's a little smirk from the cleric.
Because I rolled a 1.
That's cute.
Head pats. Oh,
Sorry.
look at Jericho singing
All right.
songs.
Roll
So
the big
that
1.
heals 5.
Heals 5. Oh, okay.
All right. Anything else, Jericho? You have an action left.
I don't.
Okay. Oh, you sung. It is
Courageous Anthem 1, Soothe 2. That's 3. I'm done.
Galen. You have 2 forms. Which one you taking?
The one behind the owlbear that's not being grappled.
Okay.
So I poof out of existence in the owlbear's grasp, appear behind
Oh,
it,
that's brilliant. I love that.
That is really cool.
and then its head is currently pointed behind me, like to the one that I just materialized as, because it bit at the one behind it as its last action, right?
It's looking at you.
Yeah, so it is looking at me. So again, I will do the same thing as last time. Flash that mirror across its eyes and appear on the other side of it, and immediately try to just stick it right through the brain box there.
Good luck.
So this time there is no fear, and so I was rolling a plus 13 last time. I'm rolling
you
a plus
slipped the
14 this time.
That's a lot of pluses.
I still don't agree with that. Sorry.
Doing great. So I got a plus 9,
Plus 9.
plus 1.
Song is 10.
Plus-
Sword is plus 1 more for 11. You got to get that 3 out of your head.
The 3 is damage.
And then flat-footed, but Tom takes care of that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what
that could
that's
be.
where that other
Yeah.
2
Yeah, yeah,
came
yeah,
from.
And the only reason I do it is because it does matter with how things stack.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm rolling plus 11.
And it's flat-footed. So.
That is a 29.
Off guard.
29?
Off guard.
We have a critical with the runic weapon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 48, my friend.
All right. So that is 4d8. You don't do the bonuses, the
Yes,
bonus damages, right?
You do.
You do. So okay, so this is 2d8 plus. Oh my God, it's
3 and
4d8 plus 5 on each roll. So a d8 plus 5, d8 plus 5, d8 plus 5, d8 plus 5.
No.
It's just the plus 5.
4d8 plus 10.
Plus
That's
10.
what you're looking at.
Okay, 48 plus 10, and then the plus 3 that you gave me on the damage for the
And that
etching.
that's you giving yourself with the esoteric weakness.
Okay.
Why do I know your class better
So
than you?
it's 48 plus 16.
Yes.
48
Wait,
plus 16
is that my 1?
plus
Oh my God. Plus
Plus 2.
Plus 2.
18.
18.
Holy
48
cow. So
plus
roll
18.
48 plus 18 is the biggest hit
So
in the game
22
so far.
is the
you
minimum
gotta roll
amount
all
of
the dice at
damage
once.
possible.
So that is 10 and 15 plus, so 25 plus 18.
Okay.
That is what a freaking thaumaturge is all about right there. Yeah, that is
A little
beautiful.
cleric help, I would
Yeah,
say, as well.
absolutely. But geez,
So I don't know if this is killing blow, but when I appear,
and the bard. But I'm just
Take
saying
it pride
the
quietly.
this is what that class
It's a win.
can do right there.
I'm
Just get
I'm
that.
permitted to hang the trophy on my wall.
we'll be happy to give you that. Okay.
But I get to come look at it on weekends.
So when I appear on the other side of it, I'm just running the sword right up through its head.
Okay. And official rule clarification, weaknesses do not get doubled. They happen after everything else. It doesn't matter. You still slay this thing. It is
Nice.
down, and that was
Nice.
huge. It still had plenty of health to it. Holy cow.
Good job.
Wow.
Thanks, Gary.
I think you have an action left, too.
Oh, that's right. I do. Yeah, I'm gonna move towards the remaining owlbear. So
where?
We
I think
demoralize
the
it?
one that is. Can I demoralize? I don't think I. Oh, I guess I could. Yeah, intimidation versus will. That's a great call. Thank you, Dash.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I will do that. I will attempt to demoralize the owlbear.
Okay, make an intimidation roll versus its will DC.
That is 14.
-4 because you don't speak the same language.
Thanks, Dash.
And that is a fail.
Why didn't you just come over here?
He is so
Yannick,
grumpy.
you can stop being grumpy and take your turn.
Okay, so Yannick has no weapon in his hand. He has a shield raised. He's bleeding reasonably profusely at the moment.
I don't have bleeding on your chart.
Wow, he's not bleeding, but he has 9 hit points, so he's covered in a plethora of his own blood. I will lay my hands upon myself, and I will heal myself 6 hit points. That will bring me up to 15. I will then trip this motherfucker.
Trip. Okay, I'm seeing a grab bag of interesting things by Chris. I like it. This is, you still have
It
a
is
free
athletics
hand.
versus reflex.
You still have a free hand, right?
I do.
All right.
I have not drawn a weapon yet.
You said you healed 6?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
So I'm at 15 currently. And I am making an athletics check of +8 is my athletics against its
Reflex DC.
reflex.
Go for it.
16.
16 is a fail.
And I will raise my shield.
Raising the shield, we have Priest Aguirre.
Range to Yannick.
78 feet.
35.
30. Okay, you scared me with that.
I'm bad at distance.
It's all right. 35 is still outside of range, so I'll be using all of my actions as casting Reach and the subsequent heal spell.
To extend the distance.
Again, 10. 10 is what you heal. And my turn is done.
That puts me at 25.
Wow, big heals
Only
back
7 down from my max.
Dash.
Dash recovers his boomerang with one action, going right through the owlbear again.
Coming back through it.
Coming back through it, he has to make a basic reflex saving throw.
That is reflex. Fails.
Takes 4 points of electrical damage.
Okay.
I catch it and I throw it right back at him.
Jesus Christ, I just got rid of it. Another reflex saving throw.
Yep, 18.
Fails.
That's another 5 points of electrical damage.
Okay, that's starting to stack up.
We're going to keep going. Next turn.
It is Owlbear's turn, and it wants dinner, and it's right in front of it. That is the Paladin.
Shield is up. AC is 21.
Okay. I think that's the same thing. 33 to hit.
Yeah, all right. That's lovely. That's going to be another
One back,
critical.
2 out.
Only 16 points of damage.
That leaves me at 9.
I concur.
It swipes a second. It will grab you. It will attempt to grab you.
Okay.
And that's an athletics check. What is your...
I believe grapple will cause, if it's grappling, I need to make a fortitude.
No,
My
you don't make the fortitude. What's your fortitude plus 10?
18 total.
All right. It almost critically succeeded. It is a success. So you are grabbed until the end of your next turn.
Very cool.
So you're now off guard. Take 2 off your armor class for its last attack.
Awesome.
And that is 19 to hit.
That will become my armor class now that I'm at -2. So
Okay.
that will be a hit.
Grab worked, and that is 11 points of damage.
I am down.
Oh, technically you're still up because he's
I will
holding
use
you.
my shield.
Still up and limp.
I'm using my shield to take the last bit of that damage.
So that would be 5 off, so that's 6 damage to you and the shield.
I am still up.
And the shield is broken.
Is broken.
Okay.
Oh no.
Dented, cracked Captain America's shield is down, but you are standing.
We could do this all day.
Well, technically, I'm not even standing. I'm just in a bear hug.
Wolverine's holding you
Yeah.
with its claws.
I still can't believe he said bear.
All right. Seth, would you like to have a little bit of fun over here?
Just gave me my title.
Here you get in this fight, Hemlock. Quit screwing around.
He says limp doll-like.
This hurts. I can't hold it much longer.
19.
19 is a miss. You should see the glares. I'm kidding.
Hero point.
Another hero point.
Yes, because he had been
He's
given
got
one
two,
earlier.
Oh, Derek gave me one.
A fucking 19.
So sorry.
That's
No,
a hit.
he's too far away.
It's called a pity hit. Seth's not smiling, by the way.
I've had a couple of those before.
I'll try it. I'm gonna move 25 feet
Now, if you had moved 25 feet before, would you be in the song and that 19
Nope.
would have been...
Nope.
No.
Gotta be in the song when I sing it.
Just,
And I will try a Rockentour's reload and try to intimidate this little
All right,
guy.
so that's a free demoralize.
Yep.
Intimidation versus its will DC.
How about a natural 20?
Yay!
The worst waste of a critical.
You could have killed it with a shot.
Can we get a screenshot of that face?
we
right there?
Oh my god.
I'm happy for you.
I'm happy for
a
you.
lot.
too.
I mean, I'm happy it may save my life, but still.
All right, you've given it frightened 2, by the way,
Yay.
and that has a cool
Good
little
job, much
effect on it.
better than shooting it.
Good job.
oh, it does have a fear effect.
Yeah, Jericho.
Alrighty. Remembering all the times my dear friend Yannick yelled, "Come back here!" I am gonna call out and reach out to him and go, "Come back here!" and use 2 actions to cast gravitational pull
Oh, you're gonna take him further away from me.
and try to pull Yannick 20 feet towards me.
Okay.
What?
By suddenly altering gravity, I pull the target towards you. It is pulled 10 feet closer to you unless you use 2 actions, and it becomes 20 feet. Unless it succeeds on a fortitude save. On a critical failure, it's also knocked prone. Normally you'd use this against an enemy, but I am using this against
Yeah.
Yannick.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know how that would quite work out, but let's give it a whirl.
I mean, wouldn't it be some probably his spell DC against the?
So I don't know if you want to use whatever.
willing
You're the
creature?
boss.
All right, so it says range 30. You're within 30?
I am exactly 30 because I
Okay.
cast my 30-foot sooth spell on him last time.
All right, you reach out and Jedi start pulling. How many actions are you burning?
2.
All right.
I'll let go.
You are going to make a spell attack roll, and
I don't know how to do that.
your target number is going to be this creature's athletics to hold on.
So DC plus proficiency.
Yeah,
Should be. These spellcasters can tell them where a spell attack roll is at. Is it not on the sheet?
it probably
Yeah,
is.
so your DC is 18,
18.
so it's a +8.
+8.
Okay, there we go. I'm gonna use the big shiny die.
It's got big, strong muscles.
21.
And due to the fear, you pull him off. It cannot hold on to it. Who did the
Nice
fear?
job.
Nice.
21 is exactly what you needed. I see it in red because of the fear status. Sweet.
I pull him 20 feet towards me.
Freaky.
Nice.
He's just
Sweet.
dead, hanging limp, now just floating through the air.
3 hit points.
What is it?
All right.
And
Shield
then
busted up.
for seeing how hurt he is, for my last action, I step to the other side of him and stand in front of him.
Come back here.
Gouts of blood coming out of the mouth.
Galen.
Which Galen's closest?
odd statement.
Bottom Galen. I'm calling Bottom Galen.
30 on the bottom one.
Then. Oh man, it's 30.
I got you.
Okay.
Thank you. That was awesome.
I will use 1 action to get as close as I can, just with normal movement. Okay, and then I will stop there and almost instantaneously reappear with my mirror image 15 feet away, which would be on the other side. There we go. And then I will make a strike. So that would be my 3rd action, is this strike.
Okay. It is frightened.
This is a +11 to hit. That is a 24.
Is a hit.
All right, so that is 8 plus 5 is 13 plus 1 is 14, and the +3 damage from yours is 17.
Plus
Three
3
damage
from
from
your
you.
From me,
exploding
from me,
weakness.
not from you.
Give
from
yourself
me.
credit. 17 damage. It is badly hurt. I think that's it. It is Yannick's turn. You're a bit safe now. protected by the little gnome.
How far away is Yannick from the owlbear?
He's going right back.
20 feet. I pulled you 20 feet.
20 feet. Yannick will draw one of his javelins, throw it
Okay.
at the owlbear. Yeah.
2 actions.
I rolled a 2, so that is going to miss.
Stab the gnome right in front of you.
It was not a
My
critical.
sensei behind.
And Yannick will step in front of.
You're leapfrogging
Yeah.
the gnome.
I will, to whatever extent I can, try to.
It's a great gesture.
And actually, I will get within 15 feet of the not of the owlbear if I can help it, but if I can be not in melee range of the owlbear, but within 15 feet of the far Galen. However, that can work, whether I'm adjacent to it or whatever, with a single move.
I think because the owlbear occupies 10 feet, you would have to be within melee range of the owlbear.
Yeah, you'd be next to Galen.
Okay, and I don't want to do that. I'm going to be 15 feet away from the closer Galen. If you use that one,
That's where you're at right now.
and that's what he hits you, I can
right.
probably help you with that.
It is Aguirre's turn, the cleric.
Actually, I might not be able to because I don't have a shield.
Casting.
Casting what?
Reach and then heal on Yannick.
Trying to keep you alive.
Again, same roll. 10. 10 heal.
That puts me at 13. And a little yo-yoing on that.
Dash.
Dash will recover his boomerang. Right through the owlbear again, straight shot.
Okay.
He has a basic reflex save.
21.
Is he -2 with that? Is the fear effect saves?
Already, yep, and it's already factored in.
All right, so the 8 damage he would have taken is 4 instead. And
Half.
I throw it right back
Right
at
back
him.
out again.
Right through him again.
11.
Takes all 5 electrical damage.
Total
that time.
damage?
Yes.
What's the total damage?
It's
9.
9 total damage
nine
between the
total
two
damage.
attacks.
All right, it is near death. Dash is done. The still frightened 2 owlbear is going to panic just a little and run away from all the action
Oh, you.
to the north, where it stumbles into another creature, and that is.
I
our
think I beat
gunslinger.
myself up enough tonight.
And then you're going to get dropped too.
It strikes with its frightened talons.
47.
With a 25 to hit.
That hits.
You are hit for 7 points of damage. And
Where was that when you hit me? You son of a bitch.
and it strikes a second time with a 27 to hit.
Hits.
Not a critical. 10 points of damage.
Perfect.
Still standing?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Owlbear is done, and it loses 1 level of fatigue, and we are at
Fear.
Fear, and it is your turn. Hemlock, right in front of it.
We're going to shoot it for a 22 to hit
Is a hit.
for 7 points.
Okay.
I'm going to reload.
All right.
Then I'm going to quick draw my other pistol. Shoot that
Shoot
one
the other one.
for a nat 1. Yeah. No hero points.
All right. With that nat 1, I want you to just make 1 attack roll on Galen, who's on the other side.
You're fine.
Nat
Make
20.
it the 20.
I rolled a 14. What do you want me to add to it?
Your normal attack roll.
24.
24. Roll the damage on him.
Oh, well,
Thankfully, it's going to be small.
6 points.
Gunshot die. Okay. Shockwave over here.
Jericho,
Watch your lines!
strategically behind the champion now.
Sorry.
That is true. So I'm going to use my last spell slot and cast a 3-action force barrage at him.
Ooh.
Wow.
And Force Barrage is the cool magic missile modernized version. He gets the creature gets no save. It's just flat out 1d4, I believe,
Plus one for each arrow.
Three times.
Every time. We got
So 3d4 plus 3.
8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
Shoo, 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 shoo. You may take this creature down. Describe how it works.
Just all three catch him. Small of the back, middle of the back of the head. Just march right up the back of him, and each one just blasts through and kind of just splatters Hemlock just a little bit as each one comes through him just a bit with the force damage coming through.
All right.
Yannick
And the whole
lays
time
down.
as I'm doing it, one hand is doing it, and the other hand is going, Yannick, stay behind me.
As I'm seeing the creature die, I'm laying down. I'm just, this hurts.
It was a bear.
Can't believe he said bear.
As the owlbear dies, blood everywhere, people hurt and wounded, our battle and our adventure tonight comes to an end. But as it happens, the gunslinger gets the final word to say as the battle comes to an end, and it's all quiet and the bear dies right in front of you. What is the final phrase that Hemlock says?
Going around the other side is stupid.
We will stop there for tonight. Thanks so much for joining us. If you want to help support the show, we always appreciate it. Check out patreon.com/ingloriousbards. We're going to jump into the after show after this. You can hear it on the Patreon, and we will see you next time.
Bye, everyone.